Hello! Hello, 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 hello. It is November 12th, 2025. A Thursday for some of you, but a Wednesday for me. And today, we are playing the sequel. Yes, the sequel to Santa Fe Mysteries, The Elk Moon Murder. It is time for Santa Fe Mysteries, Sacred Ground? I think it was Sacred Ground. Yeah, Sacred Ground. Yeah, there's a sequel. There's an FMV sequel. I have purposely not looked at any screenshots or video other than starting up the main menu because I must know. I want to be surprised if there's anyone I can recognize from this game. I want to know. I don't know anything about the game. Is it a murder? I don't know. We'll find out. We also have, I believe, no milestones today. So we're going straight to the game. If you are watching this on YouTube, a big thank you for doing so on the archive channel. You can skip ahead to the content you want in the timestamps below. Thank you again for watching on there. Couple of weeks more until December starts. I better figure out what I'm going to play. But it's good to see you all. Let's get started with the stream. And as always, Alley Cat, hello. Hello, Jimmy. Whoops. Better close that and restart that because I changed the window size. There we go. Hello, Jimmy, some guy. Saturn, thank you so much for the gigantified bits. The gigantified link smash bits. Thank you, thank you. Steely Pat, hello. Herxina, thank you again for that raid, Herxina. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody coming from Herxina's raid. I'm Dr. CDCS. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Congratulations on beating Outlast. You have more courage than I will not even install that. No, thank you. I'm good. Thank you again for the raid. Welcome though. Steely Pat, you had Arby's. Very nice, very nice. I hope it was good. I need to go to Arby's. I still have sandwiches. I owe sandwiches. I still gotta do that. Hello, Pocket Raptors. Hello. 9 lives in a dream. Rue, good to see you. 9 lives in a dream. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Aha. No! No! Six lives. 6 lives. Oh no. Okay. A milk, sleeping dogs, me. Let's take our time. That was a fast 3. It sure was. But hope you're all doing well. It's good to see you all. Hope you all enjoyed the last stream, which was finishing off the Elk Moon murder. We solved it. We got the murderer on the second try, and then we did a walkthrough to see how I got to that conclusion because it was very circumstantial, very iffy, very shaky ground on me getting that conviction on that correct suspect. I mean, I'm glad it worked out, but yeah, the walkthrough provided no answers. So, yo, Saturn, thank you so much for the 15 consecutive streams. 15? Enjoy your channel points. Thank you again. Okay. I need to though do some off-stream stuff because there's some good stuff that Elk Moon Murder provided in terms of FMV, and I need to incorporate that into the stream. I also got to set up for December. There's a lot to happen. Lots happening. Started that YouTube channel, which by the way, a video came out. I just did a video for a game in early access called Mech Havoc. If you like Mech Warrior, if you like the Mech Commander, not necessarily the type of game it was, but the perspective. Well, not even the perspective, because it's top down and Mech Commander was isometric. There was strategy. There was like RTS. Like this is more action based, but it's a pretty fun game. It's a mix of Mech Warrior mixed with a game called Brigador, if you've heard of that game or seen it. Very cool game in early access that I tried out. The developers sent me a key, or publisher, I should say, sent me a key, and I really liked it. I thought that it was really fun. It is, however, still in early access, so, you know, give it time. As I always say, you should always give it time unless... Okay, let's do this. No. Okay, that works. I mean, that kind of works. No, I missed it again. Nope, I missed it. Shoot. Nope, this is bad. Bad news bears! Boy. All that work for not. But yeah, it's a good game. I really think that fully fleshed out, it could be a ton of fun. Oh boy, and it's so satisfying to blow up mechs. It's so satisfying. Ooh, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've immediately played a game, and like I played a game and immediately was like, woo, I really am enjoying the combat. There you go. Nice. But yeah, if that kind of game of top-down mechware interests you, check it out. Check out the video and leave a like or comment or subscribe. I really appreciate that if you did that. Feedback is always good. Feedback is always nice. So there we go. Got the win. There we go. There we go. All right. Bam. Welcome. Yes, Sacred Ground. Santa Fe Mystery Sacred Ground. Can't read what it says underneath Sacred Ground, but it has a little subtitle there, subtext. I can't see it from here though in the preview screen. It's a little, maybe I can see it here. Whoa! 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 I mean, holy crap! So I think it played both songs. I heard it. Yes, it did. It's just that it all happened at once. It was very, very intense. Drawford, thank you so much for the 2,000 bits. Oh my god. Well, you run the gauntlet on that one, so I guess you can pick what you like. From the 1,000, 2,000 bit milestones, what would you like? Would you like Steam Clean, eBay, Pizza Worm, or Chat Plays Hockey for 1,000 bits? 2,000 bits is Balatro Solitaire, I'm an Observation Duty 7, or The Incredible Machine. You get to pick both. Holy crap! Thank you so much, Drawfrin. Holy moly! What are your options? Chat Plays Hockey, Observation Duty 7. Oh my god. Finally someone likes hockey. No, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh gosh. And I mean, fingers crossed. This time the stream doesn't collapse on itself. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, it's on a Friday too. Last week. Oh god. Okay. It's gonna be fine. Twitch is not gonna destroy itself. It's gonna be fine. But I should really know. I should probably figure out how to do multi-streaming to YouTube sooner rather than later. I need to get the ball rolling on that. So yeah, this year has been kind of weird too. Lots of things. I mean, the whole thing with starting the year with Twitch apocalypse, I guess the Twitch VOD apocalypse, I should say, where all the VODs had to be shifted off to YouTube, and then that kind of forced me to get more into the YouTube ecosystem. And then now starting a YouTube channel, now I got to figure out how to do multi-streaming at some point so I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think the most recent last week's thing with the stream quality cutting out kind of like set the whole, like the gears are grinding in my brain about like, okay, we need to start setting up for YouTube, because multi-streaming to YouTube is something that needs to happen sooner rather than later. I don't know if it'll happen this year though, but yeah, it's definitely got to happen, because if one thing goes down, at least we'll have a backup. It can still keep streaming. But yeah, thank you again, Drawfriend, for the 2,000-bit milestone, 2,000-bit like goal reached. So yeah, we're gonna have Chat Plays Hockey. I'm on Observation Duty 7. We will. Oh, here's a question. I don't have a milestone today. I leave it. Would you like to see that milestone redeemed today or done next stream? Observation Duty 7. We could do Chat Plays Hockey next stream. But would you like to see Observation Duty 7 today, or would you like to defer it to Friday? I also give you that choice, since I don't have anything today. In the meantime, we're going to start this game. We're going to start Observation Duty. Sacred. You want to do it today? All right. We will do... since we don't have anything on the books... Drawfriend would like to see Observation Duty today. So get your eyeballs out, because we're going to go back to the apartment building, which was what started the entire losing streak. So hey, maybe there's a chance that with the time we took to learn how the museum worked, maybe this time we can focus that energy into the apartment building, because we sort of stunk. It kind of, we were bad in the apartment building. I don't think we went past 3 a.m. on that. So yeah, it's a bit depressing, but all right, we're gonna do it today. Thank you again, Drawfriend, for the support. Thank you. Let us begin. Sacred Ground. I don't know anything about the game. I purposely did not open the intro video because I don't want to know. Last time I was shocked to see, I was shocked when we saw Gul Dukat. I don't know if he's in this. I don't know who's in this game. So it was made 1 year. I think the publishing date is 1 year after the release of the Elk Moon Murder. It doesn't say murder in the game. It says never disturb the spirits. What does this mean? Is this not a murder game? Is this a mystery game? Is this a murder, like a horror game? I don't know anymore. Oh gosh. Oh, what could this game possibly be? All right, well, let's get started. There shouldn't be any issue with the audio. I don't have to try and figure out what the audio situation is. It is going to play what it plays, and we're just going to leave it on default. I'm just going to have the mixer on the dial for audio set, so that every time the music pops, I'll check and see if it's too loud and adjust accordingly, and the voices start. Whenever there's voice acting, I'll increase the volume again. Other than that, let's begin. Did I mark? Now I'll do it here. There we go. And did I say hello, SGB? Hello, by the way. Okay. Press Control F4 to switch CDs when prompted. Press any key to continue. Oh, timer. I don't have a timer on. Go. Okay. Same start screen as the original game. Nothing has changed. Santa Fe Mysteries.
You know, the real estate muckety-muck? His wife's missing. Looks like kidnapping. Dead for all we know. Press is crawling all over it. It's on the tube right now, Channel 6. Check it out.
Many more questions and answers at this hour surrounding the apparent abduction of Santa Fe socialite and businesswoman Miranda Tasker. Her husband Martin Tasker and server Manuel Oroso heard screams late last night. When they went to investigate, Miranda Tasker was gone. Tasker refused to speculate on who might be behind any apparent foul play or whether his wife's disappearance might be connected to last week's arson blaze at her upscale leather goods store. No one has been charged in that crime. In recent weeks, Martin Tasker has been under attack by local Native American activists who've been protesting his plans to expand the Seven Arrows ski resort. Channel 6 viewers will recall some 30 Indian families being evicted from their homes as bulldozers moved in to make way for timeshare condos and a new $5.5 million lodge. Soon after our arrival early this morning, Channel 6 spoke exclusively to Martin Tasker, who appealed to the party or parties responsible for his wife's abduction. Can we roll that?
I just want to say that whoever's behind this, I don't care. I just want my wife back. And if anybody has any information about her whereabouts, about what happened last night, I am prepared to pay $100,000 for information that would lead to her safe return. And if you can see this, Rhonda, everything's gonna be all right. I promise. I'm sorry, that's all I want to say for right now.
He so did it. Also, he has the largest mustache I've ever seen.
That's it from the Tasker estate as we wait for investigators to arrive. This is Teresa Chavez for KITT Channel 6 News reporting.
Love my dog. But you know what drives me nuts? And I know all you dog lovers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Dog hair. Dog hair everywhere. On the couch, in the carpet, in the bed, in the duvet. I even get it in my beard, and it drives me nuts. I just want to take Jack and ship him off to the SPCA with no return address. But not anymore.
That man had the largest mustache I've ever seen. I'm not coveting his mustache. It's like, I was like, wait. How big is that mustache? Day one. Oh God, it's a time limit again. 5 days. No, it's a time limit again. Oh, it's back. The time limit is returned. Ah, you piece. I think they made this game at the same time they did the first game. Your mustache is currently bigger. I need to make a ringmaster handlebar for your costume. You're gonna naturally. That has got to be the whitest mustache I've seen. That's like Sam Elliott times 3. That's a huge mustache. Especially, man. Anyways, mustache. No, what? Why should I be envious if I must? Look at this. I'm proud of what I got. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. It connects. All right. Same deal as before. Let's right click. Nothing's. Oh, you got more save slots. That's a big upgrade. We got more save slots. I think we had 10. So they've added 6. All right. I think my keyboard. Oh. I don't want to say it. I think the keyboard is not working so well. I've noticed lately that sometimes when I hit the spacebar, it's not registering presses. Sometimes with the spacebar and shift key, it's not registering the press correctly. I think it might be time for me to swap out the keyboard. I think we've hit the end of our $30 keyboard lifespan. Oh no. I really like the keyboard though. All right. 8 hours. Nothing has changed here. It looks exactly the same. Let's talk. Let's go talk. I wonder if they did the same tutorials before.
Heading back to headquarters, over.
Copy that, D-52.
Is it Goldicott?
Ah, detective. I was just grousing about you. You know Detective Night Sky here.
Detective?
This won't take very long. There's no point in wasting your time here when you could be wasting it out in the field. You're in overall charge of this investigation, but until you get your bearings, I've asked Night Sky to conduct the interrogations. I'm also assigning a Sergeant Rebecca Orlando to help you out. She'll be running down alibis for you. Now, right now, we don't have very much. We have as much as the reporters at the scene do. We got no suspects, no ransom demands, and no apparent motive. I emphasize apparent, detectives. Tasker's not exactly man of the hour around here since he booted those Indians out of their homes.
That doesn't explain why anyone would go after the wife.
Night Sky, tell him about that gadget you got there, that PDA, personal digital...
Assistant. We've been using these in the field. They're great. The chief or the lab can beep us 24 hours a day.
Okay. If you can't figure it out, you just push the help button. Now, fortunately, gadgets are not going to solve this case for us. Now, you got 5 days, detectives. Count them. 5. I've already heard from the suits at the Bureau, and they got about as much confidence in me as I got in you. So your job is to prove us both wrong. All right? Now, go out there. Give them hell.
That one conversation.
Ah yes, time for the Golducat reality show. Keeping up with the Cardassians.
Pixels at Dawn Gaming, thank you so much for the 48-month resub. 2 years. Thank you so much, Pixels. Thank you. Keeping up with the Cardassians. Okay. You got 5 days. Why count them? 5. Why? Just get out of there. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, I get the murder with the murder. I mean, fine. I actually think the kidnapping would be more pressing because she's still alive as far as we hope, right? The murder thing, that, you know, oh, the FBI wants to come in. That's like, this one actually does make more sense. It's a kidnapping. There's a time limit to every kidnapping, sure. So I get the time limit. In this case. What I don't get is the fact that they have to do the whole song and dance because I assume they would guess, like, maybe people wouldn't have played the first game. But they basically do a repeat of the first game's introduction. Which is, in one way, kind of makes sense, but the other hand, it feels weird if you've played the first game and they have to do the same lines in a different way. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels weird. Anyways, let's just move on. The Tasker estate. So, you know, one thing I did notice in this, I mean,
Detective Rebecca Orlando here reporting for duty. Detectives, forensics will be closing up the crime scene in 7 hours, so you better head over there pronto. You've got 5 days to solve the mystery. Talk to Tasker, he's in the main house. Also, the servant, Manuel Oroso, is in the bungalow to the right. Buena suerte. There's no time to be wasting here in Santa Fe.
Interesting. This was not in the first game. I think this might have been a thing they had to add. It feels like this is something they had to add because yes, you could go to the estate in the first game, but when you talk to Jack Gordon, if you're not careful, you could just leave and you just might have assumed, right, that the body's already been processed. And I think that threw a lot of players off the trail because they didn't go to the other room and process the body themselves. So they didn't get any evidence from there or anything. So I guess now they've put something in the game to be like, hey, you got to go to this place first. You got to talk. You only have evidence will only be there for the day, essentially. And that's it. So they've now added that. Okay, so that's one thing they've added. One thing I don't understand is that for this PDA, why is it there's no option to add your own notes? Like, how could they not have added a section where you could type to your own notes? I think that would have been cool. I just realized it took me 2 games to say that. But it would have been cool to add your own notes instead of having to write down notes yourself. Anyways, yeah. All right, let's go to the estate.
D52, proceeding to Tasker Estate, over.
Copy that, D52.
So, I assume this is where the kidnapping happened? You would get errors like eat up Martha? I don't get it. What? Oh my god, that music's so loud. This mixer is getting some work. Just the amount of times I've had to adjust the audio in this game. Alright, this should be fine. Oh. Hypodermic needle. It's bent. Ugh. Alright. The robe. Take a photograph. A pill? Okay, so this might be the gate. Photograph taken. Is there anything else that we need to photograph? I don't know. Okay, that's weird. It was showing this as red, that you can interact with this before. No, not anymore. Okay, I might have gotten everything. Nothing here? Okay. All right, let's go inside.
I don't know what Chief Weber has told you.
Only that your wife is missing.
Missing? Sounds so benign. If I thought she'd ran out on me, I'd actually be relieved.
Were there problems between you?
No more so than in any marriage. Randa and I were happy. Delirious, really. Last night we celebrated our 3rd anniversary.
This man murdered his wife. This man murdered his wife. And look at that mustache. Look at the size of that mustache. He goes all the way up to his nostrils. That's a huge mustache. God. All right. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes here.
Why don't we start there?
It was Randa and I and a small group of friends at the Mesa Cafe.
If we might have their names, please.
Well, there was Randa's friend, Carrie March. I'm sure you know Carrie. Everyone knows Carrie.
Yeah, we do.
And my physician, Tom McClafferty. Oh, that reminds me. I need to take my medication.
With alcohol?
Mark Kennedy. The antique dealer, he was there. And let's see. Oh, yes. Free Tibet. One of Randa's wacko artist friends, her invite, not mine. And things were going along fine until Andrew Grissom showed up.
His sentient mustache killed his wife. Do you think that's a real mustache, or did they put that on him? That must be real, right? No one can have that mustache and that hair. Unless it's a wig. But holy crap, what a mustache. What a hairstyle. God, I'm jealous. And who takes medication with alcohol? Are you Max Payne? What's going on here? This is not. That's guilty. That's guilt. That's guilt. No one takes medication with alcohol unless you got some serious things you want to forget. You got some serious trauma you're handling right now. Guilty. He's guilty. We're gonna need Mulder and Scully for this sentient mustache. Homicidal rage for this. His homicidal rage. All right.
Another guest?
Hardly. Andrew Grissom is a disgruntled investor. We met at the Arroyo Club. I'm afraid to say that their standards are not what they used to be. Anyway, Andrew invested in Tasker Industries, misplayed his hand, and now he blames me for it.
Isn't your name Tasker? Isn't it your company?
Anyway, he shows up at the restaurant, begins to shout at me, and then he wants to deck me until the maitre d' throws him out. Oh, by the way, Free was running her new video camera. Maybe she picked it up on tape.
It's called the alcohol multiplier effect and medicine works better. Oh, is that how it works? Oh, I see. You know how medicine says may cause drowsiness, alcohol may intensify this effect? I'm like, thanks for the tip. This is 15 minutes. Oh, I gotta ask. Does the game even take into account that you ask these questions, or do you have to do the alibi verification? You could save, maybe I wonder if you could save time just by skipping a lot of these questions and just doing alibi verification to say whether or not these people, whatever.
Did your wife ever use drugs?
Just alcohol.
So we did find drugs on the ground.
And you left the restaurant at what time?
Around 11:15 or so, because I know we were at home by 11:30. Randa wanted to go swimming. She asked if I would join her, and I passed. And she went down to the pool alone.
What was she wearing?
Well, just a terry cloth robe and sandals.
And what happened next?
Well, I read for a few minutes and must have fallen asleep. Because the next thing I know, I hear this horrific scream from the pool area. Now, I was a little disoriented, so it took me a few minutes to get down there.
A few minutes?
When I did, I heard the car screeching away. The gate was open, and Randa was gone.
A few minutes? Were you drugged because of the medication and the alcohol, which intensified the effect? Way to go, some guy. The tip did not pay off. Yo, Ralph, how you doing? Good to see you. Magnum fell off once he left Hawaii. Look at that face.
Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt your wife, or you for that matter?
Business I'm in, detective, you make enemies like drunks make water. But Randa, no. Everyone loved her.
I'm sorry.
What about the arson incident at her leather goods store? Could there be a connection?
God only knows.
And your own enemies?
No secret that a bunch of blowhards are up in arms about the Seven Arrows deal.
Blowhards? Is that another way of saying Native Americans?
Now that's a crock. I have given more work to the Native American than anyone else in Santa Fe. No, I'm talking about that half-cocked group of activists. Like that legal aid lawyer, Dan Longfoot. Now that man has publicly threatened me.
Did he say like a drunk? What did he say about the drunken? Did he say water? I don't understand what he said. What was that? I wish I could roll back the dialogue on that. What was that? A drunk and water? What? All right. Anyways, in the interview.
If this was a kidnapping, Mr. Tasker, there might be an extortion attempt. I want you to keep us informed, understood?
Of course. And if you hear anything, you'll let me know.
You bet.
Like a drunk makes water. Water as in urine. Why couldn't they just say urine? I don't think that would affect the ESRB rating that much. Oh, look at that. Well, no, never mind. It still says status and informant. So informant's status, depression. What? So they added a depression motive. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Randa. Her name is Randa? It's not Rhonda? Randa? Randa! Okay. They were a happy couple. They celebrated the 3rd anniversary. Randa disappeared at the Misa Cafe. Oh, Misa. Misa Go Cafe. Carrie March. She's from the first game. Dr. Tom McClafferty. Mark Kennedy. Free Tibet. That's their name, is Free Tibet. Oh, this will be handled delicately, I'm sure. The disgruntled investor named Andrew Grissom crashed the party and assaulted Tasker. Grissom, Randa asked to join her for a swim. Decline went on alone. He was awakened by a short time. They screamed in the pool. By the time he reached the other, reaching away. Randa was gone. Perpetrators left the gate open. Check forensics for fingerprints. Find out who had the keys to the gate. According to Tasker, Randa was wearing a terry cloth robe and sandals at the time of the abduction. Doesn't use drugs, but drinks alcohol. There are 2 types of things. We saw pills and a syringe at the floor. I wonder if the drugs were his, though. I'm surprised we didn't ask about what kind of medication he was taking. Claims Rand had no enemies. Suspects that died along with his responsibility. Okay. Extortion attempt. You would assume that if it was an extortion attempt, they'd have police officers something waiting for a phone call or something around here, but there's nothing. Okay. Randa, short for Miranda? I've never heard of Miranda being shortened down to Randa. That's so random. Oh, I got a mail.
The broken syringe was a model AH-121, manufactured by the Smith Rotor Medical Supplies Company. It contains a residue of a powerful tranquilizer, Telazol, combination of zolazepam and taltamine hydrochloride. I calculated there was anywhere from 5 to 10 cc's in that syringe, enough to knock out a horse, let alone an average-sized adult. But probably not enough to kill. No fingerprints, though.
Okay. Oh, wait. Now this is open. Why? The last time I saved in an actual scene here, it caused a crash, so it's fine. We'll just go here. Oh, what's this?
Your name and occupation, please?
Manuel Rosso. For the last 5 years, I've been Senor Tasker's manservant.
That is a magnificent head of hair. Look at that magnificence. Look at that. And that is a mustache. That's a mustache that fits this hairstyle. Like, I'm from the era of Zorro. This looks amazing. Good God, I'm so jealous of everyone in this game and their hair. These bastards. Okay.
Tell us about last night.
Last night, I was in my room watching television. It was around 11:30 when the movie was almost over, and Senor Tasker came in. I went to them and asked them if there was anything that I could do for them, and they said no, that they would see me in the morning. Then they began to argue. I couldn't understand the words, but it was very loud. They argue a lot.
They had an argument. Okay.
Were you aware that Mrs. Tasker went for a swim about midnight?
No, you see, my room is very far away in the east wing of the house.
Did you hear any screams?
No, but Senor Tasker did. I was watching the television when he began to buzz me and very excitedly screaming at me to meet him down at the pool. Well, I of course rushed right to the pool, and when I got there, he was already there. And we searched for Senora Tasker, but we couldn't find her. The gate was open.
Was that unusual?
See, Senor Tasker was very afraid of intruders, so he always made sure the gate was locked.
Who has keys to the gate?
Well, I do, and Senora Tasker and Senor Tasker, of course, and Dr. McClafferty, in case of an emergency.
You like my giant fidget spinner? I'm sorry, that's my glass case. Because I'm thinking, I gotta think. Sorry. I can't help it. Get out of here. Maybe this is an inside job. They had an argument, which he didn't talk about. He didn't mention about the argument. This guy didn't hear any screaming. He heard no screaming. I mean, then again, like, I would normally be like, hey, can you go to your room? And then one of us starts screaming to see if he could hear it. Or one of us tries to stand in his room. The other officer would scream and see if we could hear it. But then he says he didn't hear any screaming. This guy is like coming saying like, look, this happened when the gate was open, which means someone let the guy in, the perpetrator in, and there were drugs on the floor. There were pills on the ground. And we saw this guy taking pills. We saw the husband taking pills, which means that he was there. Now, it could be that he was eating the pills after the kidnapping, or he dropped it, but I don't know. You would have flung it off on accident. So, no, I mean, it's not think it's a big table, but yeah, it's like, it helps me think sometimes. Lately, I've been like messing around with stuff during the cutscenes because it's like helps me think. Maybe I do need a fidget spinner. Maybe I'm like 10 years too late now. I'm 10 years too late to the trend. God, you remember when the fidget spinner was at its height of its popularity? I remember taking the bus back when I had to take the bus and stuff, and there'd be people just sitting outside bus stations selling fidget spinners to kids, and kids would be standing around trying to buy these things. Good God. Crazy. You could get one of those therapy balls. Macaw Scientist 3. Either that's a what is it? The offshoot emote? Or your sub ran out. Somebody needs to renew their sub. Your work sent one out as a company gift. Yeah, I don't know. I keep messing around with it. Sorry. That might be a distraction to some people. Sorry.
How many dogs are out in the kennel area?
2, very loud.
So I noticed. Were they barking last night?
Last night? Not that I recall.
If there had been an intruder, wouldn't they have barked?
Not necessarily. Sometimes they bark and sometimes they don't. They're not really watchdogs, senor.
Now look at Dementia just flexing on Gonzo. Trying to show off that he has a sub. Not cool. Get out of here, glass case. How did that get in my hands again? Where did that come from? Okay, anyways, end the interview.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Oroso.
I hope they find the senora okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Oh, she did. All right. I have 2 very loud dogs. Horse doesn't remember them barking. States they don't always bark when they see intruders. The only people to have the keys are Martin, Randa Tasker, Dr. McClafferty, and Oroso. I get these three. Why does this doctor have a key? Who will help him find this sub?
Have you two come up with anything yet? I'm getting heat you wouldn't believe.
It's the
and
same.
I don't know what kind of conditions this woman's being kept under. Now get your butts into high gear now.
It's the same day. I'm still in the same day. You took an hour of my day for the start briefing, man. What am I supposed to do? God.
In the interest of thoroughness, I've treated Martin Tasker as a potential suspect. It seems clear that if he was involved, he would have had some help. According to Tasker, he was in his bedroom when he heard screams. But his manservant, Manuel Oroso, never heard the screams. And when Oroso was buzzed to meet Tasker down at the pool, Tasker was already there. Also, Tasker was the only one to hear a car drive off. His prints are the only ones found at the scene, and one of his pills was found on the ground. I don't think we can rule him out at this time.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I said. What do I need you for? I figured it out. Okay. 30 minutes left in the day. That is a good combo. I've experienced that and a lot in the office before. He takes I have 8 hours. He took an hour of my day for the start briefing. And so I spent most of the time here. And now he's like, oh, things are on my ass to figure this out now. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm sit by the constraints of the game. What am I supposed to do? Good God, I have 30 minutes. Who do I go to? The same houses are around. That's pretty funny. New people live. Free Tibet. Jesus. Whoa. The library, okay, that's a waste. Is that cafe still there? The Mongoose Tavern's there. Tasker Estate, Carry March. Oh, what's that? 7 arrows. There's a lot of places to go to. Am I trying to beat the game again? This is the sequel, Echo. This is the second game in the series. This is Sacred Ground. It's not a murder this time, it's a kidnapping. Let's go to Free Tibet. She or he has the video apparently of this altercation. Well, do I go? Do. So who do I talk to? Tom McClafferty is the person who's the investor who lost money. Maybe we should go here. Free Tibet. Yo, thank you for the 3 stream watch streak there. I should not call out names though, because you might be anonymous and lurking. Still. Oh yeah, no, someone said you don't have to publicly announce it. So, yo, Echo, thank you so much. Thank you. Pitting and the old lady can't go wrong. We're gonna pit on somebody, and there's a 95% chance it'll be wrong. Let's go to Tibet.
52, proceeding to Free Tibet's residence. Over.
10-4.
I don't think this game is available to play in China.
My stomach has been in knots ever since I heard. If anything happens to Randa, I'll just die.
What's up with the robot?
A smart drink?
I'm sorry?
Smart drink. Yun tea fungus, bilabo root extract. I'm hoping it'll settle my nerves.
I'll pass.
We're not going to ask if you're an artist. Has she been acting strangely?
Anything in her behavior lately that was out of the ordinary?
She has been really jittery. Preoccupied. When I asked her about it, she just changed the subject.
Yeah, we're not going to ask if she's an artist. Like, that's just a waste of time.
Anything stand out in your mind from the anniversary dinner at the Mesa?
Randa was a little high-spirited, spilled champagne all over herself. But you can see for yourself, I was videotaping that night. I was watching it this morning. You want to have a look?
Please.
Pretty sure that's evidence.
Here we are at the world-famous Mesa Cafe, where the world-famous Randa Tasker and the world-famous Martin Tasker are wining and dining their famous friends in celebration of their third, count 'em, anniversary new entree.
Waiter! Another bottle of champagne. My louse seemed to drink the whole bottle.
White people, am I right? Oh God, what was that? What was that? That was the evidence? That was nothing. She just dropped champagne on herself. There's nothing. Oh God, that was useless. I thought there was supposed to be some kind of fight. Wasn't there a fight that was caught on video?
Is it possible that Mrs. Tasker might have staged her own abduction to get away from her husband, maybe even cast suspicion on him at the same time?
That's absurd.
Of course she would have needed someone's help. Mind if I ask where you went after dinner that night?
I went to a midnight showing at the Lensic.
The fuck is the Lensic? Okay, there's no penalty for asking these questions. We'll just ask.
You're an artist.
Sculptor, painter, conceptualist. But you're here to talk about Randa, not my art.
That's right.
I still can't believe we haven't heard from her. I keep waiting for Randa to call, spieling some story about alien abduction.
I seriously doubt aliens are involved in this.
Not even illegal ones.
Did you have someone in mind?
You don't really think that Randa's business being burned down and her kidnapping are unrelated, do you? Please, detective. We all know who did this. It was that horrid Christine Bellata woman. Randa caught her red-handed, and instead of pressing charges, she just let her go. That could have been a fatal error.
Who the fuck is Christine Bellata? Why do I feel like I'm in the middle of a conversation? Why would Who's Christine Bellata? What are you talking about? Revenge. Also, illegals. Oh my God. This game could have come out this year.
Say your theory is right. Why wouldn't this Christine Bellata have taken her revenge right on the spot?
Maybe she's holding her for ransom. And between us and the lamppost, I wouldn't trust Martin as far as I could throw him. Randa's put up with a hell of a lot from Martin. I think he may have physically abused her.
Wait, who's physically abusing who? What? Tasker's abusing his wife? Or Tasker abusing Christine Bellata? I can't read doing this game. Christine Bellatro. I forgot her name now. Is it Bellat? No, it's not Bellatro. Oh God, it's Bellatro now. I forgot her name.
Is that just a vibe, or do you have some evidence?
Randa never said it in so many words, but sometimes she'd come over here crying, and if I pressed her for details, she'd clam up.
Do you think she was getting ready to leave her husband?
Never. Randa loved the good life too much. And if they divorced, she would have been left high and dry because of the prenuptial. No way would Randa have given up Martin's money.
Good editing, game. Good editing. All right, this is going to end day one. So this is kind of a useless. Well.
Thanks again, Miss Tibet. You mind if I borrow that videotape?
Just so long as I get it back.
It's evidence in a fucking kidnapping. What? I can't remove it. Oh no. I gotta pick something now. Oh no. Well, shit. Well, no. Whatever. Depression. Well. It's day 2. It's day 2. Okay. It's day 2. Let's save. All right, let's go to Tom McClafferty. Did I get anything on the... No. Surprisingly, surprise, everything stops at the end of the day. They don't process anything. So I still have this many pieces of evidence. I think it's going to take like 3 hours per. The needle's the last one. The robe. No, this got processed. The needle got processed. The robe, the pill, the gate. Okay, so I should have processed the pill first. Oh, no. Okay. I can still do it. The pills first. Yeah. Pill first. Christine Bellata. Dang Lawnfoot. I don't... All right, let's talk to Tom McClafferty. He seems like the most logical person to talk to now. What's McHorse doing? Can we go visit him again? No, sadly, no. He's living his best life now. He's moved on. He's happy.
D-52. We're on our way to see Thomas McClafferty. Over.
Okay, D-52, copy.
Is there any news on Randa?
Nothing so far. We're talking to everyone who might help us.
Naturally, I'll do what I can.
It's him.
If you'd be good enough to give us your name and occupation for the record.
Thomas McClafferty. I am a doctor in private practice here on Old Santa Fe Trail.
He was in the video sitting next to Randa. He has a key. Medication was involved through a syringe. He might have been able to know the dosage. I don't like the look of this guy. That's the last point. No, okay. Martin Tasker's physician. What's your relationship with Mrs. Tasker? All right.
You've been Martin Tasker's personal physician for how long?
Well, going back to our association in Boston, I'd say almost 8 years.
And you both came out to Santa Fe at the same time?
Well, Martin offered to help set up my practice here if I made the move with him.
Isn't that a little unusual?
Well, you have to understand that Martin's a little obsessive about his health and, as a rule, a little leery of the medical profession.
Is that a nice way of saying he's a hypochondriac?
Your word, detective, not mine.
It's also a medical word, but okay. But yes, my word. Yes, what's your relationship?
What's your relationship to Mrs. Tasker?
Family friend. For a while, I was serving as her physician, too, until she decided to find a female doctor. Perfectly understandable.
Perfectly. Was there anything more to the relationship?
How do you mean?
We have some indication that there might have been an attachment that was deeper than friendship.
Who told you that? Martin?
Is that important?
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I had some feelings for Randa, as inappropriate as that may sound. Martin never appreciated her. I mean, not to the extent that she deserved. But it never went anywhere, Detective. I've resolved my feelings. Look, whatever happened is dead and buried.
Like Randa. Oh, you bastard. You just admitted murdering her. Oh, my God. Book him. We got our suspect. It's it. It's done. Do I have to do anything else? Do we just waste the time? Just book him. All right, we'll just ask more questions.
I understand the Taskers argued a lot.
Well, Martin has been under severe financial pressure. I mean, I'm sure he's told you about Vesco.
Never heard the name.
What, George Vesco, the man running 7 Arrows for Martin? Or perhaps I should say running it into the ground would be a more apt description. And as I understand it, 7 Arrows is a page or two away from Chapter 11. My own theory is Vesco's been embezzling. Too much money disappearing too quickly.
Hey there, Paul. 5 days, way too much time. It's 4 days. It's now 4 days. So okay. Somebody correct me, but did Mr. Tasker mention to us that he had suspicions about the doctor and his wife? I don't remember that conversation happening. Did Free Tibet mention that? Did anyone mention that? Because I don't remember that at all. I might have missed it. You don't think anyone did? Yeah. So it must be from another person who mentioned, like. Okay, so I thought this guy was actually the guy who was the investor. It's actually the doctor. So that's maybe it's the investor that tells us about those two. The other thing, it's interesting that he was brought here by Tasker, but at the same time he's willing to like throw this guy under the bus as well. It's pretty funny. Like I moved my entire practice for you, but I'm gonna no hesitation. You probably did it. Just facial hair. No, there's no need to apologize. Facial hair, the beard. Look at that beard, man. It's a good beard. That's a good beard. I like my beard though. I think after I groom it, it looks nice, my beard. But this is a good beard too. His is like very pointed there. Very, very nice connection. I like that. I like the connection points. Very equal. Clearly this man goes to a barber. Gets his hair, very nicely trimmed. Very nice. Look at the edges there going up to the hairline. Oh my God, you bastard. I want that hair. That's fine.
What time did you leave the Mesa Cafe the other night?
Well, I stayed there until after the other guests left, sipping brandies until about 12:45. I took a cab home.
I can see a piece of hair sticking out there. There is no perfection. A little pixel of hair.
You've got a key to the gate at the Tasker estate, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And to the front door as well. I mean, Martin insisted on it.
One last thing, Doctor. What kind of medication is Mr. Tasker on?
He's on a vasodilator for his heart. Nitroglycerin. Tridel's the trade name.
Nothing injectable?
Absolutely not.
I only inject that into people I'm kidnapping. It's him. Look at his eyes. That's the man with those the guiltiest eyes I've ever seen. Book him, Dano. Take him away. Take him away. It's him.
Thanks. We'll let you know if we have any more questions.
Hey, if you get any news on Randa, please, I would appreciate a call.
Yeah, you know one thing else that's changed? There's no, what do you think, detective? And this guy's like going to say, oh, he did it. And they got rid of that, I guess. Suspect. Revenge, jealousy. Ah, fuck it. We'll put him as informant.
Tasker just brought this in. It was left in his mailbox. Crime Lab dusted it for prints, but nothing showed up. He said he wasn't sure whether to tell us, so watch who you tell about this, The good news is, it looks like Rhonda Tasker's still alive. The bad news is, she might not be much longer. You better find the SOB behind this, and find them soon.
The only makeable prints on the ransom note were Tasker's own, and there's not much I could tell from the note. The letters were cut for magazines. The glue used is available anywhere. Remember, you can get a closer look at the ransom note in the evidence file of your PDA.
Alibi for Manuel Oroso, the guy in the... Okay. We'll look at the evidence first. I have your wife. I will contact you soon. So it was found by Martin Tasker. We checked it for prints. Nothing showed up. Okay.
He says that he was watching TV at the time, an infomercial on some cleaning fluid on Channel 54, which was confirmed by the TV station. Martin Tasker recalls that he did directly speak with Oroso on the intercom. Tasker vouches for his loyal and dedicated service, and was offended that we would question Oroso as a suspect. Anyway, it would be very trying for a man of his age and physique to commit the crime and be able to return to his residence in time to answer Martin's call.
Yeah, but he's not really the suspect. We're trying to corroborate whether or not Tasker is legit. All right. I'll reduce that. Mongoose, Library, Mark Kennedy, White Buffalo, Dan Longfoot, Christine Bellata, Carrie March, Andrew Grissom. She is the gossip, but did she help last time? Not so much, but I'm going to save. Can I go here? Save. Day 2.
D52 proceeding to Carrie March residence. Over.
10-4.
Is she gardening?
Can I pour either of you a sherry?
Sorry, we're on duty.
You don't mind if I indulge.
You attended the Tasker's anniversary dinner at the Mesa Cafe, is that right?
Yes. It's quite an evening. And then to be capped off with Randa's kidnapping.
How do you know that it was a kidnapping?
Well, I only know what I heard on the news. The very thought gives me chills. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Same here. How long have you known the Taskers?
Well, it was Randa I was closest to. We've been friends ever since I moved to Santa Fe. As for Martin, I can't say I know him even today.
I feel like I should have skipped that question.
Can you think of any reason someone might abduct her by force?
Detective, you know the old saying. You can search and search the wide world over, but sometimes the answer's in your own backyard.
Are you saying that Mr. Tasker could have been behind his wife's disappearance?
Goodness, did I say that?
I don't really have time for games, Miss March.
No, of course not. Have you heard the name Teresa Madrone?
No, ma'am.
Well, ostensibly, she's the Tasker's interior decorator. Frankly, her real designs have always been on Martin himself. My sources tell me that the affair's been going on for 6 months. They go horseback riding on the weekends. Randa's never been identified with the horse he said. And truth be told, I don't think Martin cares much for it either.
Do you think this had anything to do with Mrs. Tasker's disappearance?
Well, Randa knew about the affair and was extremely unhappy about it. I don't know Teresa, but I've heard she's a woman to be reckoned with. Now, the irony is, Martin is a very jealous man himself. He couldn't have handled Randa being driven into another man's arms. He's one of the most possessive men I've known. Like that business with Thomas McClafferty.
Ooh. This is probably why we would have known then if we had gone to her first.
Was there something going on between Mrs. Tasker and her husband's doctor?
Nothing you could call infidelity. It's quite one-sided, really. Thomas had been in love with Randa for some time. Randa confided in me that he even made the proverbial move on her when Martin was out of town some months ago. She rebuffed him, of course. Thomas was devastated.
Was Mr. Tasker aware of it?
I can't say for certain. I don't think Randa would have told him. And I don't think Thomas would have been invited to their anniversary dinner if he had. But men are curious birds. I've never understood them completely.
I feel like this was a waste of time.
Anything else you think might be pertinent to our investigation?
No. But I've got a million questions for you.
Another time, Miss March. Thank you.
I'm not ordering him for the alibi. That's a waste. Yeah, I think I should just reload that. I feel like that's just a waste of time. I guess we would have gone to her first, because I guess she was in the first game. But my question is, does she open up another interview with the lady that might have been having an affair with Tasker? Oh, the pill. This is what I wanted to hear.
The partially crushed capsule was a prescription medication, nitroglycerin, a vasodilator usually prescribed for heart patients.
The husband is taking that. It's his pill. Now he could probably argue that it was after he saw her he saw her like abduction. It was post abduction, where he ran out and maybe dropped the pill and stepped on it. He could probably argue that, but all right. Christine Bellata, White Buffalo, Mongoose Tavern, Teresa Madrone. I feel like I need to reload. See, she doesn't show up. So you don't see her as a suspect unless you talk to Carrie March. And Carrie March is probably, a lot of players would probably go to her first if they played the first game. But we're not going to go to her. We're not going to go there yet. We're going to... Dan Longfoot. Let's go Dan Longfoot.
D52. We're on our way to Dan Longfoot's. Over.
Copy that, D52.
Dan Longfoot?
Yeah.
McHorris?
John Night Sky. My partner and I are with the Santa Fe PD.
I know who you are, Night Sky.
Oh, it's not.
Your reputation precedes you.
Good time to talk?
Yeah, I always got time for a brother. Even one who's lost his way.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Job like yours, you must get pretty good at pretending. What can I do for you, detective?
That's some nice hair. Everyone's got nice hair in this game. Everyone's got nice hair in this game. Look at these luscious locks. Look at that. Jesus Christ. I'm so jealous. So jealous of you. Even the horse has nice hair.
You heard about Randa Tasker's disappearance?
White man's trouble. I got my hands full, taking care of my own people.
I understand you had a beef with Tasker.
Let me see if I get this. Because I take on Tasker for the rape of Indian lands, I'm a suspect in his wife's kidnapping.
Nobody said you were a suspect.
How can I explain this so that even a cop can understand it? Tasker moves to Santa Fe, waves his wallet around. Figures he can mow down everything and anybody. Law says he can do whatever he wants. Law says he can throw out 24 families out onto the street. Native families that have occupied this land for 30 years. And for what? More ski areas? Another 50 time-shared condos. So another 1,000 tourists can come and trample on the land of our ancestors and right back to their families. I wish you were here.
Tell you what, Night Sky. I wish they weren't. Is that a crime?
Couple of things. One, that horse, as soon as he stopped combing its hair, turned its neck around to look back at him going, why'd you stop? I noticed that the horse did do that. The horse is like, excuse me, why'd you stop? Second of all, who skis in New Mexico? Is that a thing? I didn't realize New Mexico was known for its ski resorts. What? We look at the images in the entire town. All we see is desert. There's no mountainous. What? Did I miss the snow-capped mountain somewhere? I think we have to go to Seven Arrows just to see this, because I cannot believe New Mexico has skiing. Really? New Mexico? Near Mexico? Skiing? Really? In Taos, near the border of Colorado, New Mexico. Colorado? Oh, so they're cheating. Oh, they're using Colorado. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's really Colorado, and it's just a little line. Okay, it's Colorado. Okay, makes sense now. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Well, okay. All right, now it makes perfect sense. Okay.
Tasker says you threatened him publicly.
Look at the horse.
Let me tell you something, Mr. High and Mighty Detective.
Look at the horse.
The real crime here was murder, and it never got investigated.
Dude, that is one beautiful horse, by the way.
Believe me, nothing either of us says or does is gonna bring back Maria Whitefeather.
The kid who died in the emergency room?
I am impressed. Smoke signals travel all the way up the mountain, huh?
You're calling that murder?
What would you call it? Tasker throws Richard Whitefeather's family out on the strength of a court order he got from a judge that he has in his hip pocket. The shelters were swamped. The family had to sleep on the coldest night of the year out in the streets. A 5-year-old child dies of hypothermia. What do you call that, Night Sky? Because in my book, that's murder.
Thing got dark.
You know anything about the fire at Randa Tasker's leather goods store?
I guess the only justice left is poetic justice. She exploits her workers. She lines her pockets. She's no better than her husband, if you want the truth to be told. Like the elders say, evil breeds evil.
Where were you on the night that Randa Tasker disappeared?
I was at a tribal council meeting till about 10 o'clock. I went home, worked on a legal document for a couple hours.
That's it? We just end the interview? Like, oh, okay.
Is that good enough, detective?
For now.
I mean, he does have a motive. We'll put him under suspect for now, I guess. Saw the fire was justice, okay. Well, we'll put him as a suspect for now and review his alibi.
The partially crushed capsule was a prescription medication, nitroglycerin, a vasodilator usually prescribed for heart patients.
Okay. That's down to 3 hours and 15 minutes. Who the heck is White Buffalo?
D-52 proceeding to Cary March residence. Over.
10-4.
I just need to get her to bring up this person, the person that might be having an affair with Tasker.
I pour either of you a sherry?
Sorry, we're on duty.
You don't.
Okay. Was I close? Did that? That might have.
Can you think of any reasons someone might abduct her by force?
Detective, you know the old saying. You can search and search the wide world over, but sometimes the answer's in your own backyard.
Are you saying that Mr. Tasker could have been behind his wife's disappearance?
Goodness, did I say that?
I don't really have time for games, Miss March.
No, of course not. Have you heard the name Teresa Madrone?
There it is.
No, ma'am.
Ostensibly, she's the Tasker's interior decorator. Frankly, her real designs have always been on Martin himself. My sources tell me that the affair's been going on for 6 months. They go horseback riding on the weekends. Randa's never been identified with the horse she said. And truth be told, I don't think Martin cares much for it either.
You think it's the horse? Of course. Might have been McHorse. All right, so do you think this is enough to get her on the radar, or I would just ask this?
Do you think this had anything to do with Mrs. Tasker's disappearance?
Well, Randa knew about the affair and was extremely unhappy about it. I don't know Teresa, but I've heard she's a woman to be reckoned with. Now, the irony is, Martin is a very jealous man himself. He couldn't have handled Randa being driven into another man's arms. He's one of the most possessive men I've known. Like that business with Thomas McClafferty.
Anything else you think might be pertinent to our investigation?
I have one suspect, and it's this guy.
Free Tibets can't be confirmed. I haven't been able to find anyone who can say for certain whether she was at the midnight screening as she claims.
Her alibi doesn't check out? Oh, boy. All right, we gotta save. Okay. Let's go to 7 Arrows. I gotta know if there's ice. I mean snow. There better be snow here.
Heading to 7 Arrows. Over.
Okay, D-52, copy.
What? Where the hell? Opening. There's nothing here. What is this? I love the fact that the guitar is still playing in this game. All right, let's talk to George Vesco. Oh, look at that car.
Your name and occupation?
George Vesco. I work for Tasker Industries, currently project manager on the 7 Arrows expansion.
The word is that there have been some serious financial difficulties lately.
You don't take on a project of this scope without running into serious difficulties of one kind or another.
I take it then you're not concerned?
Oh, I'm paid to be concerned, Mr. Night Sky, but not to panic. The opponents who've dogged us from day one would like you to believe that we're about to shut down, but we've met our financial obligations at every stage, and I see nothing on the horizon that threatens that record.
Look at the slow close-up. Yeah, so depending on the questions, if you get them in the right order, the camera will continue to slowly pan in. We saw it with the other game, and that's how we saw the Wing Commander box and the Under the Killing Moon games. Is because they just kept slowly. If you get I think if you go from top to bottom, it'll continue with the same camera. No.
There's been some talk of mismanagement.
Who said that? McClafferty, am I right? That man has his own agenda, believe me. What did he accuse me of? Embezzling? He can't stand me because I'm the one thing in the Tasker's life that he doesn't control. Let me ask you this, Night Sky. Does it make sense that Tasker would keep me on this position if he believed that slander? Anyway, what does this have to do with Randa's kidnapping? That is what you said you wanted to talk about.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about that.
You have any idea who might have abducted Randa Tasker?
Only last week, Dan Longfoot was in this very office ranting and raving about bringing this project to a screeching halt, even if it meant burning it to the ground. He was humiliated by the court's decision to let Martin go ahead with the expansion. He took it very personally.
I don't think he did it, but I might as well just reload.
Where were you on the night that she disappeared?
I had blueprint revisions to approve by 8 a.m. Wednesday. I worked late right in the office here. I was here from 9 till almost 1 in the morning.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
We'll order the alibi. Okay.
The terry cloth robe was probably torn off in the course of a struggle with an assailant. Also, a trace fiber analysis shows several dark strands to be a camel hair mohair blend. You know, the kind associated with expensive jackets or overcoats. Also, the terry cloth belt seems to be missing.
Camel hair? Okay, who in the world is White Buffalo?
D-52, heading to White Buffalo. Over.
10-4.
The frick is this oh, this is her place. Oh my god, this music is amazing. Dear Mrs. Tasker, I'm writing this because you have refused to take my phone calls, either at the office or at your home. When you told me the reason I was being fired, I was so hurt and confused. I didn't know what to say. I don't know who told you those lies about me, but I swear to you, I would never steal from you or anyone else. I have already spoken to a lawyer, and he told me that I might have a legal case against you, but all I want is a letter of recommendation that I can use in looking for other work. It's only fair. Yours truly, Christine Bellata. This is going to end the day. Aguilaro Imports. White Buffalo. Okay. Horned leather. You're starting to lean towards the horse? The horse is the most That horse is beautiful. What are you guys talking about? How dare you besmirch the good name of horse? Dear Rand, I was disappointed to see that you chose not to make a contribution to my July show. You've been so generous in the past. I was a little hurt. I plan to put your name on the brochure as a patron for your past. By the way, there's adorable furniture. There's stuff will be on display. Free Tibet! Exclamation point. Okay, I feel like I made a mistake and I should have went to White Buffalo first. Whoopsie doodles. I'm going to reload this, I guess. I think I need to reload this. I might as well cheese this and talk to Teresa.
D52, we're on our way to Teresa Madrone. Over.
Copy that.
Yo, helical.
We just have a few questions, Miss Madrone.
Please, call me Teresa.
You work as an interior decorator, is that right?
I prefer designer, but yes, that is what I do.
Why does everyone have such glorious hair? God damn you. God damn these people. Curse you all. Curse you, New Mexico. Oh, it must be. I mean, look at Mr. Radon's hair. It's amazing. It must be New Mexico. It has to be New Mexico.
And Martin Tasker is one of your clients?
Both Martin and Randa. I've done their primary residence here in Santa Fe and their getaway house.
Am I okay? No. Everyone's got hair, and I don't have hair. I want hair. Give me my hair.
We understand your relationship with Martin Tasker was more than just professional.
I have no intention of concealing the truth from you. Everything you've heard is true.
Everything?
What do you know we've heard?
I should probably qualify that. What I mean is Martin and I have been lovers for the last 6 months.
Was Mrs. Tasker aware of the relationship?
I thought I knew the answer to that, but now I'm not so sure. Martin and I had an understanding. He made it clear to me that he was going to tell Randa everything, and I was under the assumption that he had.
Wasn't this the letter who got... Was Madrone not the name of the letter or the person who got fired? No. Interior decorator. What? What did everything include?
What did everything include?
He was going to leave Randa, and we were going to be married as soon as the divorce was final. I see he didn't mention it to you either.
Maybe he changed his mind?
Look, detective, you want to know if my relationship to Martin had anything to do with Randa's disappearance, right?
Now that you bring it up?
Absolutely not.
Maybe Martin Tasker did away with his wife to help your cause.
That's ridiculous.
These people wish they were as smooth as me? Me? Damn right, no.
You ever use a hypodermic needle, Miss Madrone?
What are you saying? That I'm a junkie or something?
I'll take that as a no.
That sounds sus. Yeah, in the interview, that was a waste. It's even the same guitar riffs when the new day starts. Day 3! It's the horse on the guitar. Okay. I'm going to restore that. Teresa Madrone. White Buffalo is the store, which we probably should have done on day 1. Richard Whitefeather.
Heading to see Richard Whitefeather. Over.
Okay, D52, copy.
Shelter. This is where the child died, right?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Randa and Martin Tasker, Mr. Whitefeather.
The same guy.
I better warn you, Night Sky. I hear that man's name and I see red. We didn't have much, but it was our home he stole. I had no power, no say in the matter. And we weren't the only ones. 30 other families were given 2 weeks' notices before we were evicted.
He was in the first game. This is the guy who was, he was in Parks and Rec. And who also was murdered in real life.
You tried to fight him in court.
White man's court. It was a joke. The judge was bought off.
I know it must be painful, but could you tell me about the circumstances of your daughter's death?
We were spending a couple of days in the shelter. But the weather turned cold and there were so many families looking for a place to stay. We were told we'd stayed our limit. And we had to find a new place.
Maybe
so we went to a church. And when we arrived, there was nobody there. We spent the night on the streets. Maria began to shiver. We couldn't keep up her body temperature, and by the time the ambulance arrived, she died of hyperthermia. That's what the doctors called it. I say she died because of Tasker's cruel indifference.
Maybe you wanted to pay him back.
I wanted to kill him with my bare hands, but the gods took their revenge. I read about his wife in the paper. It was only justice. I won't shed any tears for either one of them.
She's still alive, though, right? Wait.
Last Tuesday night, say between 11 and 1, where were you?
Right here at the shelter with my wife. I was gone for a little while. A friend of mine owed me some money, and I went to collect.
And you got back to the shelter at what time?
I don't know. I didn't look at the time.
Thank you, Mr. Whitefeather, and my condolences for your child.
Suspect, revenge. Order an alibi. Is that it? Okay. Christine Bellata. Teresa Madrone. Christine Bellata was the one who was fired. Madrone was the one who was having the affair. Okay. White Buffalo's a store. Mark Kennedy, we haven't spoken to yet. Andrew Grissom, we haven't spoken to yet. Let's talk to Mark Kennedy. Grissom. Was Grissom the investor? Shoot, I don't remember. Maybe.
D-52, we're on our way to Andrew Grissom's residence. Over.
Okay, D-52, copy.
This is about the dust-up at the Mesa Cafe.
That's part of it.
Look, whatever I did was only half of what that bastard deserved.
You in the habit of taking the law into your own hands?
The man destroyed me. Every penny I had was invested in Tasker Industries. The man misrepresented the state of his financial independence. He falsified records. What the hell could I do? He told me and everyone he was associated with outright lies.
So you thought you'd get back at him through his wife?
What the hell are you talking about?
If you don't know, then you must be the only one in Santa Fe.
Are you talking about Randa Tasker's disappearance?
Good. For a moment there, I thought I might have to provide you with a translator.
You can't seriously believe that Come on, detective. He treated her with the same contempt he treated his investors. Why the hell wouldn't she bail on him?
All the signs indicate a forcible abduction.
This is insane. Look, I know I was a little bit drunk. I took a swing at Martin. That's the extent of it. If you want someone who'd stoop so low as to kidnap the man's wife, why don't you talk to the real power behind the throne?
You've lost me.
Try Juan V. Hill, the candidate for state senator.
This is the only man that we've met so far, only person we've met so far that has normal human hair. This man is clearly guilty. This is the evidence we need. The only man with a comb over in this entire game. It's you. Look at your beady ass eyes. I'm sorry to go after a fellow bald, but it's you. It has to be you. It's you. Oh, it's you. Who is Juan Vigi?
God. What's he got to do with Martin Tasker?
V Hills greased the political wheels for the expansion of Seven Arrows. That kind of clout doesn't usually happen without, something going on. And Martin Tasker's been a big contributor to his war chest.
Exactly, Helico. You see, either you have the luscious locks or you go full bald, and then you look okay. Or you have wonderful hair. But you go in between with this comb over thing and you just stuck in this no man's land of what's up with your hair. It's just what's happening. You become, people just look at it and just go, what? Ugh. And then he must have seen like Rhonda and all those people at the party and was like, oh, the hair, it's too much. And he went ballistic. Yeah, he kidnapped her. He's guilty. Yep.
Where'd you go after you left the Mesa?
I drove straight home. Got there about 11, maybe a little after, I don't know.
And around 11:30?
Oh, then I was on the phone with my accountant in Albuquerque. I'm in the process of liquidating my assets. I guess I don't have to tell you that. And then I went next door and played cards with a couple of neighbors from, I don't know, about 11:45 to 1:30, something like that.
Surrounded by beautiful hair, even the horses. Dude, that horse had amazing hair. That horse's hairdo is better than 85% of people that I've ever seen. Like, that horse had way better hair than I'm like, why does that hair have such good looking hair? What's going on with that horse? What's going on in this place? And then I see this guy. I'm like, oh, all the pieces fit. This is the guilty party.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Grissom.
Yeah, right.
Now let me get back to plotting my kidnapping. Suspect. Hair. Jealousy of hair. No, okay, fine. Revenge. This is the end of the day, so we gotta reload. If only I could play guitar like that. God. All right, let's cheese this again. Let's see. Let's reload. Oh, no! No! Oh. Oh, wait, it's going to crash. Might as well quit. Yes. No. You might as well just quit. Reload. It's going to quit. It's going to crash anyways. So might as well reload. There we go. Restore. All right, Mark Kennedy. No, Andrew Grissom is who we spoke to. Did we speak to Mark Kennedy? No. We didn't speak to Bellotta. We didn't speak to Kennedy.
On our way to see Mark Kennedy. Over.
Okay, D52, copy.
You've known the Taskers for some time, is that right?
Since Martin's arrival in Santa Fe.
More goddamn beautiful hair, and look at this goddamn goatee. You piece of shit. Sorry, I'm sorry. This place. It's making me infuriated at how good looking the hair is.
What's the nature of the relationship?
Strictly business at first. Randa did a lot of buying at the shop. Even before they were married, I made purchases for Martin on my European buying trips. Over time, we became friends.
Close friends?
Close enough that I would be one of a handful of guests at their anniversary party.
Did either of them give you any indication of difficulties in the marriage?
I'm sure you'd understand, Detective, that to maintain a friendship with a married couple, you don't get embroiled in their domestic problems.
Anyone you can think of who might have been behind Randa Tasker's abduction?
I've thought a lot about it. Naturally, you've talked to Amy Tasker.
An ex-wife?
No, Martin's daughter. She's a national cutting horse champion. She has a breeding ranch just outside of town.
He never mentioned her when we spoke.
Well, I'm not entirely surprised. They've been estranged for years now. It's my understanding that Amy blames Martin for her mother's suicide 5 years ago.
Well, this took a turn.
What were the circumstances?
Well, you see, Martin's always had a weakness for the well-turned ankle. Cheated on his first wife big time. The woman became increasingly morose, killed herself. Amy couldn't have been more than 18 at the time. She left just after it happened.
When was the last time they spoke?
It's been a while now. She pushed him constantly. Amy's one of these self-styled environmentalists, not exactly the developer's best friend. There are rumors that she's in bed with Dan Longfoot, literally. Martin thinks she did it just to spite him. Even threatened to cut her out of his will.
How's Amy's relationship with Mrs. Tasker?
No love lost there.
The mere fact it shows depression as a motive makes me wonder if it's the daughter. I wonder if that's like a tell. Anyways, why would they add depression as a motive? Unless, yeah, okay.
Where did you go after the Tasker's anniversary dinner the other night?
I went straight home. Arrived about 11:30. Had a conference call with London over an estate sale. I was on for at least an hour.
You recognize this guy from Seinfeld? I don't recognize him. But the man has some blue eyes. Dreamy blue eyes with that mask. Look at that hair. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that perfectly and the Riker beard. He's got a bit of a mess. That's a little missing here. I don't know if that's the camera or the pixelation, but it feels like part of his beard is missing here. But his goatee is like on point. He is not on Seinfeld. Well, I mean, maybe as a guest character, background character. I don't know.
Appreciate your help, Mr. Kennedy.
No problem.
Oh, see, he's even touching it because he's missing part of it. There's no need. There's no need. We've already heard the robe. I'm still in the process of like trying to figure out who would we go to first. Amy Tasker.
We're on our way to see Amy Tasker. Over.
Copy that, D-52.
Not even as a guest. I watch Seinfeld all the time. You're so certain.
Amy Tasker?
Police. I was wondering when you'd show up.
You were expecting us?
Well, my stepmother's been kidnapped, right? Unless, of course, this is all some hoax Randa cooked up to get my father's attention, limited as it is.
Apparently you don't think very highly of them.
Well, now, you're a real master of understatement. Look, the way those two live their lives, riding roughshod over everybody who gets in their way, something violent or ugly was bound to happen sooner or later.
Huh. He only has 2 credits on IMDb. He might just look like someone you recognize.
How long have you been at odds with your father?
Let's just say it goes way back.
Back to your mother's suicide?
Very good, Mr.
Night Sky.
Mr. Night Sky. Well, you must have been treated to an earful from one of the town's run-at-the-mouths. Let me guess, Mark Kennedy? Carrie March? Or maybe it was one of those airheads down at the Mongoose.
You still blame your father for her death?
Why not? She'd still be alive today if he wasn't such a wretch of a human being. I assume you've heard of Teresa Madrone. Same womanizer he's always been.
Is it true he's threatened to cut you out of his will?
Look, I don't want anything from him.
Damn it.
Blood money.
Stop.
All of it. Just look what he did to the Indians at Seven Arrows.
So you side with Dan Longfoot on that issue?
Unlike my father, Dan Longfoot can see beyond his own self-interest.
Were you involved with Mr. Longfoot?
I really have trouble believing that that's pertinent to your investigation, Detective. Or do you just have a taste for gossip?
It is relevant. If you two got in cahoots.
I'd like to know your whereabouts on the night Randa disappeared.
Well, let's see. I rented Lawrence of Arabia. I came home, watched it. You're welcome to ask the people at the video store.
Oh, I missed the video store. I missed it so. Oh my god! I just realized I forgot to show something that came in the mail. We're gonna take a quick tangent here. Just hold on. It's real quick. It won't take like 5 minutes. Okay. Pause the timer. Oh, not here. Here? I got this in the mail. I don't think I've seen something like this in years. But I guess after they split from GameStop, EB Games here in Canada decided to put this out. I mean, I guess it's in America, but here it's like I haven't seen this. This is an EB Games gift guide, and it's like for the holidays they put out a thing in the mail so that you can, I guess, give it to your kids, or your kids can look at it and they can browse what EB Games is gonna have. So like if you go, you get like see figurines and shit. Like back in the day when you were a kid, you peruse the magazine. This is clearly marketed for kids. I'll show you why. But you can see like show this to your kid, or your kids will look at it and go, "Oh, mom and dad, get this for me." But you can see like all the figurines for sale, video games with the prices and stuff for this holiday season, like Pokemon and stuff. Like Nintendo, like a chess set. Some gifts like Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi came back? It came back? Since when? When did Tamagotchi come back? You buy Pokemon stuff? What's a Squishmallow? I don't know what that is. A Pokemon. PlayStation 5? We'll buy PlayStation. Battlefield 6. You know, because kids. It's rated M, but yeah, you know. NBA. You want to buy an ROG Xbox Ally? For $800 Canadian. Xbox. Or a Beyblade. Xbox or Beyblade. $100 for our 25th anniversary set of Beyblade. Holy crap. Mega Holiday Cheer. Get a free giant size X-Men #1 foil variant comic. What? I don't even know what that is. More figurines. You can buy a pop figurine, a Skibbity toilet. God. Sonic Racing. More stuff for your kids. Pop. Ooh, Bandai. Buy a Gundam model kit for only $18. You remember going through those encircling things you were interested in? It's funny you mentioned that, Galtip. It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that. Hatsune Miku. Want to buy some Hatsune Miku? Chainsaw Man. Cards. But look. GameCube controller pillows or something. No, is that a controller? No, it's an actual controller. But then look at this. An activity page for the kids. An activity page for the kids. Look, more activity pages. Look. You can fill it up. It's for the kids, right? It's for the kids. And on the final page, What's this? A wish list page? So you can write down all the things you've seen in the magazine and then you can show it to your parents and be like, look, this is what I want for Christmas, Mom and Papa. Mother, Father. Page number, description. They thought of everything. They thought of everything. There you go. There you go. The EB Games gift guide for this year. That's how they get your money. I showed it to my brother and he was like, can kids now even write? Do they even know how to write now? Like what kid would look at this? They'd be like, wouldn't this be on social media? I don't know. Anyways, that's the end of the interview. It should be the end of the day. Let's resume the timer. Oops.
Thanks for your time, Miss Tasker. We'll be in touch.
I just wanted to show that.
Reassuring.
Here, this guy's steal. Informant, probably suspect. Revenge. Okay. So I could either roll it back. Or stay with this. Let's see. What are the options here? Okay, we'll keep it as is. So we'll save here. Day 3. And we'll go to White Buffalo. We'll gather that evidence.
Heading to White Buffalo. Over.
10-4.
Okay. Funko Pop. Yeah, I'm surprised Funko Pop's still. They're in trouble. I think Funko Pops are now like just filling up the landfills. What was this? H.L. Constantine's and Sons Jewelers. Miss Randa Tasker. Dear Miss Tasker, we've appraised the following items as per your request. We valued them as follows: a tennis bracelet at $12,000, a turquoise necklace at $4,000. If you're still interested in selling them to our pre-owned and estate jewelry division, we will be willing to offer approximately 2/3 of the appraised value for each item. Charge for appraisal $75. So she was trying to sell stuff off. There's doubt they can operate for 12 more months. You know what else? You know what else is in trouble? iRobot, the people that made Roomba. Apparently they were supposed to be bought out by Amazon, but that deal fell through because of like regulatory issues. So they're in trouble. So they might be going kaput, and if something happens on their end, it might cause issues with functionality for some Roombas. That's a problem. Thomas O'Clafferty, Duron, Randa, if you're one of you available on Thursday evening. The bomb is at the Outdoor Opera in Santa Fe. I know Martin loads opera, so I won't bother to invite him. Let me know if you're available. We can always go for a late dinner in Seminole. So, okay. So, oh boy. So this is a problem. I should have went here first. I think this should have been the first thing I went to, because I feel like I missed a lot of. There's a lot of stuff I've missed. I really messed up this investigation by not coming here. Time to get up and clean yourself clean yourself the house. There are so many notes. I miss when you could buy a product and it worked regardless of the company that made it. Well, speaking of which, Valve's new announcements. The new VR headset, the new Steam machine, Steam frame, the Steam machine, and the Steam controller. So one thing that intrigues me is that one of the reasons I've been hesitant to get a VR headset is because it's locked into like either Meta for most cases, even though I heard it's good and it's pretty cheap. I don't want to use a Meta account. But with Valve's thing, if it's comparable price-wise, I might be interested in getting that because I already have a Steam account and might as well go with the evil you know. So, I'm definitely interested in that VR headset because I really want to play Half-Life Alyx, and if it lets you play other games that are not VR necessarily with that headset, I'll be very intrigued. And apparently, they might even have prescription lenses, which is a huge thing. But I mean, depends on the cost. It's all about that cost. Okay, well, that's it. All right, let's go.
The terry cloth robe was probably torn off in the course of a struggle with an assailant. Also, a trace fiber analysis shows several dark strands to be a camel hair mohair blend. You know, the kind associated with expensive jackets or overcoats. Also, the terry cloth belt seems to be missing.
My mop won't update. That's happening right now with what is it? Like thermostats, I believe. Is it thermostats that it's happening with? They're connected to the to a cloud-based service, but if the company like decides to no longer support it, they're like become like useless. It's silly. It's silly. And now with AI generated like AI stuff which are dependent on like things are getting more complicated, man. I just want stuff to work. I was thinking of doing the Kickstarter for the Sound Blaster thing, but now I have doubts. I mean, it'd be cool because it has inputs that I would like to use for streaming, but I don't know. All right, let's see.
Dr. McClafferty's alibi of remaining at the Mesa Cafe and sipping brandies until 12:45 is flimsy at best. The bartender and the waitress confirm his presence at 11:15, but neither remember seeing him again until midnight. In theory, he could have come and gone and committed the crime.
Everyone has a flaky alibi.
The fire's cause was definitely suspicious. The SFPD notified the downtown fire department after receiving reports of smoke in the White Buffalo from the cafe down the street. The report shows that the disposal of rags soaked in quicklime, glycerin, and potassium permanganate caused the fire, which oxidized and combust spontaneously. Also, the sprinklers didn't initially work because the water in the building was turned off. Supposedly, the plumbing had to be fixed. The damage to the building was substantial: telephone lines, the walls, and ceiling. The insurance company representatives examined the damage yesterday, and they plan to continue today.
There's been an anonymous tip that a black Jeep Cherokee with commercial plates was seen leaving the Tasker estate around the time of the kidnapping. We're running a 2829 registration check on all in-state Jeep Cherokees in the Santa Fe area, and we'll email you the results via your PDA.
Okay, there's a vehicle. AWS causing a mattress outage. Yes, the mattress outage. Mattresses were stuck in the up position. They started breaking down. They had to issue a firmware update to like fix it. It's very silly. Why does a mattress need a cloud-based service? Just saying that is like what? All right, Christine Bellata.
Proceeding to Christine Bellata's residence. Over.
Copy that.
This is the person who got fired, right?
Miss Bellata?
Yes?
Santa Fe Police. We'd like to ask you a few questions if we could.
What's this about?
Someone DDoSed my bed. Now I can't sleep in it. It's all vertical. It's become a wall.
You're an employee of White Buffalo Leather Goods?
Not anymore, I'm not.
You mean since it burned down?
I mean since I was fired.
When was that?
A couple of weeks ago, a little more maybe.
Randa Tasker fired you?
She's the boss.
Give you a reason?
Oh, she gave me a reason, all right. She accused me of stealing inventory, but that's a lie. She's been acting all strange recently and saw that I had begun to notice. She didn't want me around anymore, so she came up with an excuse to fire me.
So she accused you of stealing, so you stole her.
You say she was acting strangely?
Nervous, tense, on edge.
Any idea why?
No, not really. She's been all desperate for money, though, even more so than usual.
That is true. We saw the receipt. She wants trying to sell off her jewelry.
Know anything about how the fire got started?
I've got my idea about it, yeah. I think Randa did it for the insurance money. She claimed a lot more stuff got burned than really did.
You know anything about Randa Tasker's disappearance? Late Tuesday, early Wednesday morning?
No.
You know why someone might want to harm her?
You want to know the truth? She was a raging bitch. Treated people like dirt.
Damn. You're asking for a referral from her?
You remember where you were Tuesday night around midnight?
I was on the road to Albuquerque. I got in around 1 in the morning. Ask my sister if you don't believe me.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Let's verify it. Let's check out the alibi. Let me guess. No alibi.
Dan Longfoot was at the tribal council meeting even longer than his own account of leaving at 10. 3 witnesses say he didn't leave until 10:15 p.m. A downstairs neighbor heard him arrive sometime after 10:30 and never heard him leave again that night. However, the woman says she took a bath at 11:30 and wouldn't have been able to hear him had he left after that time. No way to confirm his story of working on a legal brief at midnight. Alibi status, equivocal.
Nope. It started off strong and then fell apart at the end. She doesn't have a solid alibi either. Nobody has a solid alibi. Check the gate.
We dusted for fingerprints on the key override to the gate mechanism. The prints were an index finger and a partial thumb, and they matched those of Martin Tasker, which he volunteered to give us the day after his wife disappeared. Also, there were no signs of forced entry, no scuff marks on the gate or the wall surrounding the area.
Okay. That was worth it. All right, where do we go now? These are ones that I've save scummed. Let's save.
D-52, we're on our way to Teresa Madrone. Over.
Copy that.
We just have a few questions.
Okay, we've already
Ms.
seen
Madrone.
this. So...
And
And Martin Tasker is one of your clients?
Both Martin and Randa. I've done their primary residence here in Santa Fe and their getaway house.
We understand your relationship with Martin Tasker was more than just professional.
I have no intention of concealing the truth from you. Everything you've heard is true.
Everything?
I should probably qualify that. What I mean is Martin and I have been lovers for the last 6 months.
Was Mrs. Tasker aware of the relationship?
I thought I knew the answer to that, but now I'm not so sure. Martin and I had an understanding. He made it clear to me that he was going to tell Randa everything, and I was under the assumption that he had.
Random tasker makes you think of random task of Austin Powers.
What did everything include?
He was going to leave Randa, and we were going to be married as soon as the divorce was final. I see he didn't mention it to you either.
Maybe he changed his mind?
Look, detective, you want to know if my relationship to Martin had anything to do with Randa's disappearance, right?
Now that you bring it up?
Absolutely not.
Maybe Martin Tasker did away with his wife to help your cause.
That's ridiculous.
You ever use a hypodermic needle, Miss Madrone?
What are you saying? That I'm a junkie or something?
I'll take that as a no.
That was a waste of a question. All right.
Reporters I can handle. But what the hell do you expect me to tell the Bureau when they say it looks like my people are getting nowhere fast? Now, I want some action. You let me know the instant something breaks, or we're all going to be pounding the beat.
Got that vehicle trace for you, detectives. Found 2 that belong to companies in Albuquerque. But wait, here's one in Santa Fe. Registered to Teresa Madrone, 516 Crucita Salamar.
Wait, we're here right now. We're at her place right now. Wait, go back and talk to her. I think you can only do that at the day 4? No, I thought it was today where you can review, talk to people again. Interesting, it's telling me I can go back. Is there someone... They said the police or the fire department was coming back to the White Buffalo. Does that mean there's someone there now?
D-52, heading to White Buffalo. Over.
10-4.
Let's see. No one showed up. This is a waste. Ransom note. No, that's a ransom note. Vehicle trace. No. Robe. No. Bellato's letter. Invitation. Free Tibet. Appraisal. Invoice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces. 1, 2. Oh! I missed this one. Letter from M. Randa, I hope you like the roses. They were out of yellow, so I'm sending you 2 dozen of the red. I can't bear the thought of you leaving me. Please reconsider. Of love you... I love you more than words can say. M. I didn't notice that. Okay. Who's M? Who are my suspects? Who's God. Mark? Manuel? Martin? Mark. Were you having an affair, Mark? Mr. Kennedy? Or were you having an affair with a building? Mongoose. Two dozen of the red. I can't bear the thought of you leaving me. Oh, it could be the husband. Martin. It could be Martin Tasker who wrote that letter. Who the heck is Richard Whitefeather again?
Heading to see Richard Whitefeather. Over.
Okay, D-52, copy.
Oh, him, yeah.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Randa and Martin Tasker.
We'll skip ahead
Mr.
on this.
Whitefeather.
I better.
You tried to fight him in court.
White man's court.
I know it must be painful, but last Tuesday night, say between 11 and 1, where were you?
Right here at the shelter.
And
thank you, Mr. Whitefeather, and my condolences for your child.
Revenge. God damn, it went to day 4. Amy Tasker.
Amy Tasker's story that she rented a video on Tuesday night was confirmed by my interview with store personnel at the Southwest Video branch on Rio Madre. There's also computer paperwork which indicates that she rented one tape at 10:41 p.m. There's no way to confirm or deny her story that she went home, watched it, and didn't go out again that evening. Alibi status, unconfirmable.
Everyone's got... No one has a solid alibi.
Dios mío, he's dead! Imposible. I can't believe it. This case is much deeper than I expected. Wait, the chief's coming on.
Well, they just found Martin Tasker's body at the construction site out at 7 Arrows. Murdered. Initial indication is some kind of blunt force trauma to the head. George Vesco, the project manager, found Tasker when he arrived for work this morning. It looks like he was rendezvousing with his wife's kidnapper. They found this note on the ground next to him. Best guess is he made the cash payoff and the kidnapper smoked him to eliminate any witnesses. Or maybe he never came up with the do-re-mi. The sooner you get out there and check out the crime scene, the sooner we get the body into the autopsy room.
That guitar riff at the end.
The ransom note found at the scene had only one set of fingerprints on it, and those belonged to George Vesco. If you want to take a look at the note, it's in the evidence file of your PDA.
George Vesco handled the ransom note? Trauma to the head, more like trauma to the hair. Oh, God. The real victim in all this. If you want to see your wife alive, bring 200,000 in cash to 7 Arrows at 2 a.m. Come alone, tell the police, and she dies. How the hell did he get a newspaper that says... Okay, I guess they could have. I don't... So, this is... The whole premise of this is flimsy, because if in any kidnapping, right, wouldn't the police be at the house trying to monitor mail and phone calls and stuff because they're trying to see if they can get her alive or like a ransom demand, anything like that? This is I know it's the game, but it's just like it makes no sense. All right. Well, everything's been reset. All the things are gone now. It's just 7 arrows. Oh, nope, never mind. All right, let's just go.
Heading to 7 arrows. Over.
Okay, D52, copy.
Oh, they just left this. That's not even him. That's like a picture of. They put like they did a drawing of his body. Oh, his hair. Oh, poor guy. Oh no! Look at that blunt injury. No. Abrasions. Mustache? No. Shovel. It's the same glove from the Elk Moon murder. Okay, so we all know that evidence is processed in order. So what do I want to process first? That's the question. Is it the injury to the head, the shovel, this thing, the abrasions? Because I'm on day 4, so this is time limited. That's a good alibi? You might be faking it. I don't know. Maybe someone has a resurrection spell. Bring him back. Throw us off the scent. Yo, Exhorter. Time to shave that hair and put it to good use. Now I'm the tasker. You think it's a toupee? It might be. It is 5 days. We're on day 4. What if it's the wife? What if the wife has an accomplice? They're in on it. They staged the kidnapping, got it out because they have a prenup. There's a prenup. She gets nothing if they get a divorce. They went to do the rendezvous with the money, saw her, and then she bashed him over the head. But then who's the accomplice? The doctor? Issue a warrant for the kidnapped wife. Okay, what am I processing here? Oh god, it doesn't matter at this point. We're gonna lose anyways, so let's see. Let's do the glove. Let's do the glove is done. Let's do the shovel. Maybe there's fingerprints on it. Take that. All right. Did I do the... blunt injury? So The blunt injury and the abrasions have not been ordered yet. Okay. We'll do abrasions. And blunt. I don't think any of this matters. Alright, so let's take a photo. Did I already take a photo? Oh, jeez, I'm losing track of what I took photos of. Okay. No photo. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, photo was taken. No photo. Shovel. Okay. No glove. Okay, okay. So what did I take? Head and shovel. I took head and shovel. Those are the only two things I took. I have such a bad memory. Abrasions. Rope loop. Glove. Bellotta.
Says she was on the highway to Albuquerque Tuesday night, arriving at her sister's home at 1 a.m. Her sister confirms her arrival there, but says she thinks it was closer to 1:30 in the morning. By my calculations, that would leave sufficient time for Bellotta to have been involved in the abduction and still have had enough time to make the hour trip to Santa Fe. Her alibi, such as it is, doesn't clear her. I can't say, though, whether the discrepancy between her stated arrival time and the one her sister gave means that one or both of them is lying. Alibi status, equivocal.
This game is bullshit. No one has an alibi in this game. Nobody has an alibi. The only person that has an alibi is this guy, because now we can rule him out. He's dead. That's it. It ain't him. God, this game. Nobody has an alibi in this game. It's crazy how nobody in this game has an alibi. They're trying to throw suspicion on everyone just so that you waste time. It's like, okay, great. That's it? No one else? Nothing else? All right.
Forensics will be closing off the murder scene at the end of the day. Also, you may want to search Tasker's office for some clues. So, detective, you may now re-interview all suspects. To issue an arrest warrant, please proceed back to headquarters. But remember, Chief Weber will give you only one shot at making an arrest. Good luck.
I just got notified that Dan Longfoot called in a 911. Supposedly, a cage of scorpions was dumped on his back porch. Also, I wanted to let you know that the chief has requested that you ask questions directly and that I give you alibis for the re-interviews priority. Buena suerte.
What? What does that mean?
That camphor smell in the glove you found was bag balm. It's used to treat muscle soreness in horses. You'd be hard put to find a horse facility in this town that doesn't use it. There was no other trace evidence on it that I could run down, and the glove itself is sold in dozens of outlets in the area.
There's only two people that handle horses. It's Longfoot and the daughter, I think. Okay, well.
D-52, we're on our way to Dan Longfoot's. Over.
Oops. I pressed the wrong slider. That must have. Sorry about that. My bad. I think the volume went up to like 1000% because I hit the wrong button. Give me a second here. So there's a knob. I don't know if it got loud. during that voice sequence, but there's a knob on this mixer which increases the overall stream, which I never touch because that one is very sensitive. I usually switch only one slider, like only one knob gets moved, and it's like just for stream, just for the audio in the game. And I mess around with that. That's why I'm reducing and increasing the volume depending on the situation, but I accidentally hit the wrong knob. Should not do that. Be careful. All right. All right, so if this is going to follow the same thing as the first game, there's not going to be any questions from us. I have to narrate this. Did you have anything to do with the arson at Randa Tasker store? Wait, what? Really? That's the question? Where were you at the time of the murder? Wait, really? That's the question? Wait, okay. What about the scorpions? Didn't this guy say he have scorpions? All right, that's the first question. Do you have anything to do with the arson?
Jesus! What am I, you all-purpose suspect? Listen, if you want my scalp, Night Sky, you're gonna have to work for it. My beef was with Martin Tasker. And no, I wasn't the one who killed him. I assume that's where you're going with all this stuff?
Where were you at the time of the murder? Were you having an affair with Amy Tasker?
I wouldn't call it a full-fledged affair. It was an encounter. Came on the spur of the moment. Personally, I think she was trying to get back at her father. When I ended it, though, she didn't take it very well.
This is the gift, yes.
Think that's funny, Night Sky? Some sicko left a cage full of scorpions at the back of my place. Where I come from, that's a pretty ugly threat. And children play back there. Someone could have gotten hurt. Need some evidence? You're welcome to take them with you.
It could have been her. You ended things with the daughter.
Dead on my ass. I went to sleep at 10. You can ask my neighbor. She's a real snoop. She knows every time I come and go.
Okay.
Dan Longfoot was at the tribal council meeting even longer than his own account of leaving at 10. 3 witnesses say he didn't leave until 10:15 p.m. A downstairs neighbor heard him arrive sometime after 10:30 and never heard him leave again that night. However, the woman says she took a bath at 11. Alibi number 2. Unable to corroborate Longfoot's alibi, a neighbor does recall seeing his lights go out around 10:15, which approximates his claim that he went to bed at that hour, and she can't remember hearing anything from his unit after that. Of course, that could also mean he went out and didn't get home until very late.
Okay, that's a big change from the first game. The first game, one of the biggest issues I had with the game was that when you do the secondary interviews, there's no way to follow up on the initial the second interview set of questions, especially with that guy who said he was having an affair, who turned out to be the murderer. You couldn't follow up on that. So now they've added that, a second set of alibi verification. That's good. That's real good. All right, alibi 2, Dan Longfoot. Wait, we just heard this. Am I going to waste 15 minutes just to hear?
Unable to corroborate Longfoot's alibi.
Fuck, it took 15 minutes. Okay, whatever. That's not going to matter. Like,
We're on our way to see Amy Tasker. Over.
Copy that, D-52.
oh, whatever. I think. Where were you when? Where were? Wait. Oh my god, my eyes, my brain. Wait. That's a typo, right? Where? This should be WH. Where? Yes. What? No. Where were you?
Well, I've been here since early evening. I don't think I went out once.
Mm.
But you should know his killers already found me. This was slipped under my door an hour ago.
Were we a fool? He wouldn't. Randa will die, and so will you. Get 200,000 in cash, large unmarked bills, no cops. It's so her. It's so her.
Just sit tight. Let us know the minute they try to communicate with you.
Look, they said they'd kill me. I mean, where am I going to come up with that kind of money?
We can't even be sure this came from your father's killer. It could be someone trying to pick up a quick jackpot.
Something was going on, that's for sure. Randa came to me. She asked if she could borrow $10,000. I'm afraid I wasn't very receptive. She begged me not to tell anyone.
Why weren't you straight with us about you and Dan Longfoot?
What went on between Dan and me had nothing to do with any of this. I don't see why my private life should get dragged through the mud.
Are we not going to ask about the Scorpions? Okay. Don't ask about the Scorpions. I don't think it matters. It's not relevant.
Amy Tasker's story that she rented a video on Tuesday night was confirmed by my
We've heard
interview
this.
with alibi number 2. Nothing I've come up with adds or detracts from Amy Tasker's story. She says she was home all evening and she did order a pay-per-view movie by phone, which started at 1:15 and ran till 3:10 a.m.
Wait.
But of course, there's no way to know
No.
whether she was there to watch it all.
She didn't order a phone movie? She didn't order a pay-per-view. She went to a video store. What? Am I taking crazy pills? What? Didn't she go to a video store and rent a video? Lawrence of Arabia? Now she's saying she was a pay-per-view? Wait, what? By phone? Hold on. What? Even this game is contradicting itself. This doesn't make sense. I'm not crazy, right? Is this game gaslighting me? Is this right? What? No. Is that gaslighting? I don't know what this means anymore. She totally said it was a video store. Rented. No, that doesn't mean.
Same as the others. The only makeable prints on the ransom note were Amy's own, and the letters were cut from magazines. Again, the glue used is available anywhere. Remember, the report is in the evidence file of your PDA.
Your father was a fool. He wouldn't pay the money. If you make the same mistake, Randa will die and so will you. Get 200,000 in cash, large unmarked bills, no cops. I'll let you know where and when to meet me. Why the frick would she? They were having a falling out. Why would she care if Randa died? But now it's like saying threatening her, which is stupid. Like,
I don't know if you caught it on the local news, but Tom McClafferty, Tasker's doctor, he just made a public statement to the kidnappers, appealing to them not to harm Tasker's wife. He said he'd come up with the money they asked for. Now, I've told him and Amy Tasker to call you first if the kidnappers contact them.
My check of phone records confirms that Teresa Madrone called the Tasker residence at 2:15 to 2:21 on Tuesday afternoon. As you know, she admits to being in the area of the Tasker residence at about 11 p.m. to 11:15 that night. According to your report, Wally Chandler puts her vehicle in the area at about 11:40 or later. But when I spoke to Mr. Chandler, he backpedaled on those times, saying it could have been 11:30 or even a little earlier. He also pressed me on details of the reward. I think you'll agree that Teresa Madron has no alibi to speak of.
I'm shocked she has no alibi. I'm shocked.
The shovel that was used to knock Martin Tasker out was from the construction site.
What about fingerprints? Were there fingerprints on the shovel or no? Why? Who gives a shit if it came from... Oh. Newsflash. A shovel used at a shovel at a construction site came from a construction site. What? I have 15 minutes left on day 4. This is going so well. At this point, there's no point other than there's like no point other than to just fucking guess and just reload and get the right person.
Heading back to headquarters.
There's like no point now. There's no point. This game, there's no point. You might as well just save scum, put some names in and see what happens. Oh, you bitches! You bitches thought I was gonna... Oh, you thought of it! You pieces of shit! You you bastards! Oh! Oh, I'm so mad! Oh, God. Okay. Oh, I issued an arrest warrant for Amy Tasker on the charge of kidnapping and murder. Suspect entered the Tasker evidence by... Oh my God. Oh, you bastards. It wasn't like the first game. You just picked the motive and the thing. Oh my. Climbing the wall, using the key, tricking Randa, picking the lock? Did we... An attack task? Oh, you gotta get the timing down? The suspect met Martin Tasker? Fuck me, man. I don't remember this shit. Killed with a shovel. Was not relevant to the crime? The ransom money was not relevant to the crime. Revenge, jealousy, depression. Okay, it does change. Like, not ordered, not ordered, not verified, not verified, not ordered, pending. I never spoke to this dude. We're going to stick with Amy Tasker. Both of her verified. None of them. I don't remember when this happened. Whatever. So this is going to end the day, but I'm curious to see what happens here. Okay, it was 50 minutes. So what's going to happen is going to keep auto like thing. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong until you get it right. I'm wondering if that's how it's. Okay, you can still guess your way into this. You can still guess your way into a motive here. Okay, you can still cheese your way maybe to
headquarters.
Yeah, going back.
Copy that, D52.
Fuck it. Everything else is garbage. Okay. Oh, fuck it. Oh, Jesus, it reset everything. Kidnapping and arson? Corruption? Murder? I mean, I think these are just whatever, climbing the wall, attack around a tasker, blah, 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 with a hypo. Where would she have gotten it though? The robe is missing. I don't think. No, the whatever. Just guess. With the shovel, ransom money was relevant to the crime. Was relevant. Not supported by evidence. First crime, but they didn't tell you. Not supported by evidence. First crime. What does that mean? Not supported by evidence. Second crime. Not supported by evidence. Second crime. He was killed by the gloves. It has to be the shovel, obviously. Not supported by evidence of the second crime. What time was he killed?
Your buddy Graham Haggerty called me. That rope loop is used in barns to lead horses, and also by vets and shoers. I found some horse hairs embedded in the rope fibers, but unless you want to test every horse in the area for DNA, I'm afraid it's not going to be of much help. Abrasion marks on one wrist are consistent with the twitch being used to move the body, or to hold the victim during injection.
Hypodermic, then. God damn it. Does this change if you... Yes, so that is correct. Oh, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time.
There were also abrasion marks on the wrist, consistent with the rope device you found at the scene being used to hold the victim during injection, or maybe to drag the body.
See, he was injected with something. He was injected with something. Richard Whitefeather.
Richard Whitefeather's claim of being at the shelter for most of Tuesday evening is borne out by several shelter residents and one counselor. However, by his own admission, he left at about 11:30 to pick up a check from a friend. I spoke to the man, who incidentally catches and raises desert animals for medical research. He wasn't there when Whitefeather allegedly came by, but he did say that the envelope he left for Whitefeather under a doormat was gone when he returned home at 12:30. Alibi status, only partially confirmed. There's still a theoretical window of opportunity.
Like, do we not have a time of death? Let me see. Oh. Come to 7 hours at 2 a.m. Incorrect motive. Oh, fuck. Depression? Revenge? Approved! 2 hours left. Oh, God. Okay, got it. Got something. Got a warrant. Please be right. Ah, please be right. What do you do now? Oh.
We're on our way to see Amy Tasker. Over.
Copy that, D-52.
What the hell are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question, Doctor. What's in the bag?
What the fuck is in the
Be
bag?
$1 million in there?
There's nowhere near that. It's all the money I could scrape together. Look, if you don't let me go, Randa's going to die and her blood's going to be on your hands. I'm her only hope now. Look, Amy called just an hour ago. She's been in touch with the kidnappers. I told her I'd help with the ransom, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, they're going to kill her and Randa if I don't get this money to them. And she made me swear not to bring the police into it.
And you just happen to keep this kind of money lying around?
Oh, it's not my money, it's Martin's. It was supposed to have been delivered to the Juan Vigil campaign. Look, please, while we're standing around here talking, God knows what's happening to her.
Where's Amy?
Look, she was supposed to meet me here with the money. She called a few minutes ago. She wants me to go with her to exchange the money for Randa. She's afraid they'll take the money and kill her.
Where are you supposed to meet her, Doctor?
Off of Route 503, past Pewaukee Creek, the Nambi Pueblo. I don't know, a mile or two north of Chimayo on a dirt road. Look, I'm supposed to meet her there in just over an hour.
You're still gonna meet her there. You're just gonna have some company.
No fucking way. Did I get the right person? Did I actually get the right person?
D-52, we're heading to the Chimayo ruins. Over.
10-4.
There's no way I got the right person.
This is where she said to meet her?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. We're just early, that's all. Randa? Oh, jeez. Randa, get you out of here. Easy, easy now. It's over. It's over.
Not quite. Hand me the money, Tom.
Amy, put the gun down.
Give me the bag, Tom, or I'll use this, so help me God.
You're under arrest for murdering your father and the kidnapping of Randa Tasker.
Never were any kidnappers, were there? It was you. It was you all along, Amy. Why? How could you do it?
He never gave a damn about me. Or my mother.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. Amy knew she would never see a dime from her father, and couldn't bear to see Randa live like a queen, not after what happened to her mother. So she decided to kidnap Randa and make it look like Martin was behind it. She drove Randa to Chimayo and hid her in a pueblo. When her father showed up at 7 Arrows without the money and threatened to turn her in, she had no choice but to kill him. Trying to make it look like Dan Longfoot had executed Tasker in an Indian ritual, Amy used scorpion venom and then left scorpions at Longfoot's residence. She then tried to get the money from Tom, who she knew was in love with Randa and wouldn't let her die. It almost worked. The completed lodge of the expanded 7 Arrows ski area opened 2 weeks after Amy Tasker entered New Mexico State Prison. Amy Tasker was tried and convicted to life imprisonment for the kidnapping of Randa Tasker and the murder of her father, Martin Tasker. While in prison, she wrote a book entitled Murdering Thy Father, which is currently on the New York Times bestseller list. Christine Bellata was tried for the arson fire at the White Buffalo leather goods store, but was acquitted for lack of evidence. Bellata and George Vesco met during the investigation and are planning to marry but have not set a date. George Vesco, now running 7 Arrows, continues to fight rumors of embezzling and just bought a new home in the affluent Tecate section of Santa Fe. Randa Tasker recovered from her injuries and severe dehydration and married Dr. Thomas McClafferty 3 months after her husband's funeral. They divorced 6 months later, citing irreconcilable differences. Teresa Madrone sued Juan Vigil for sexual harassment, thus ending his political career.
I didn't even speak to that guy.
Very, very nice work, you two.
That's me.
There's nothing I like better than telling those pit hens at the Bureau that their services won't be needed. You made me look good. But hell, that's your job. Take a few days off. A couple, anyway. The last thing we want is to get caught with our guard down. You know Santa Fe, nothing happens till it happens.
That's at any place. Nothing happens until it has. Sam Egan. You wrote a perfect masterpiece of a game. Oh boy. Well, there you go. GG's everybody. I am the greatest detective ever. I have solved the kidnapping and murder in Santa Fe. And I will take no questions. No. Oh my god, that was terrible. That's even worse than this first game. At least the first game was kind of like meh, like on the whole ground. It wasn't great, but this is even worse. The entire basis of this game is to like fail and go back and restart and go different avenues. Clearly, it's a good thing the warrant department already knew the details of the crime. Yes, but if you picked the wrong person, it would still tell you to process the evidence stuff. But then you'd be wrong by picking the wrong person. We lucked out by picking Amy. I mean, she was kind of sus from the beginning, and the horse stuff, like the whole thing with the scorpion stuff relating to being was injected into her father was a total like fluke. Like I just thought like, oh, she was pissed at the boyfriend, but it turns out like we didn't even get a chance to examine the body. There was no forensic test done on the body for like toxicology. Nothing was done to see whether or not there was anything in the system. Right? We checked abrasions. We saw abrasions. We saw the rope thing. But the rope thing, it was like talking about how the body was injected and dragged. That was stuff we didn't even see. There was nothing to allude to the fact that the body was drugged. Right? When did he die? Day 4?
Heading to 7 Arrows. Over.
Okay, D-52, copy.
At what point? Oh. There it is. Oops. Oopsie poopsies. I forgot to look at the puncture wound. Oh, come on. In my defense, I was scanning everything on the body. Come on. That's freaking amazing. Doesn't matter, still won. I still got the right answer. I still got the answer. It doesn't matter. As long as you come. Hey, like they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. It still counts, Deca. You're right. It still counts. Just in time. It doesn't matter. We still got the end. Because the thing is that when you get the wrong person, I think it shows like the police chief or the lieutenant or Gul Dukat who'll pop up on screen and will say, this is the person, but this is why it was wrong. Maybe next time try better. But this time when we submitted the warrant, like nothing happened. So I was like, I don't know what to do now. Do I waste time? And then I realized, oh yeah, I remember in the first game you had to go to the actual suspect's place to see what happens next. So we went there and it's like, oh, there's more video. And I love the fact that even after all that, between the doctor and Randa, they still get divorced after 6 months. After all that, they still get divorced. It's hilarious. Oh man. All right. There you go. That is no longer do I have to adjust the volume on the fly. That is Santa Fe Mystery Sacred Ground, just in time for us to do observation duty. Let us get our eyeballs out, peeps. We all saw some great investigating. Maybe we can carry that over into observation duty now. So we got one draw friend, very kind. We hit the 2,000-bit milestone, but was kind enough to say, "Hey, let's do it now. Let's do it now instead of waiting till Friday." So we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do the observation duty redeem right now, and let's see how we do. Let's do this. It's time for some observation duty. Get your eyeballs out. That was, by the way, 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 54 seconds. And now it's time. Is it safe to say that we're on a hot streak? We're on a winning streak? We're on a hot streak? We're on a winning streak. That's it. We're on a winning streak. Now I've cursed it. It's the apartment building. We've had bad luck on this. We have not won on the apartment building. This is the one that caused us to go to the museum because we could not get past like 2 a.m. on this. This is like really bad. But it's the apartment building. Get your eyeballs out. It's going to be rough. But hey, the attempt is what matters. Let's see how we do. 3, 2, 1, go. If we can get past 2 a.m., I'll be happy. All right, we don't have to hear this. We have 15 minutes until the anomaly starts. We have this, we have the broom, we have the two things. We have the cat that does change. I believe this changes too. This might change, smoke coming out of this. If I recall, this has changed before. Something about this. I believe something came here one time. Nothing has changed here as far as I remember, but something around here has changed. So we have the skateboard, we have these things, we have this little doll, those things. This is the one that messes me up. I don't know what to do about this. This is like there's so many cups. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Okay. This is someone must focus on this because I can't. This is too much for me. 2 chairs. I've seen this change. I've seen the chairs change out of position. Maybe this disappears. This has changed to a clock before. It's either this one or this one has changed to a clock. These might change. All right. Potted plant. There's been intruders here, an intruder here before. This has changed. This painting has changed. This box is folded up. I've seen that. This is rough. This one, I think we've seen a car jack, like a tool for lifting the tire up. I've seen that pop up as an anomaly. Maybe an abyss thing. But here we go. We've seen the cat's head start moving around wildly as an anomaly. This has moved positions before. All right. Here we go. This could change. If it did, I wouldn't have noticed. All right. 2, 2, 3, 2, and a cup there. Oh boy. Oh boy. I see nothing. This by this tricycle changes too. I forgot about that. That changes too. Hey, is that a shadow? Oh my god, that is a shadow. Okay. Well, there you go. That's a new one. I haven't seen that before. Or it's been there and I just never noticed it till now. Sane. I'm waiting for this to change to insane. It hasn't happened yet. This looks pretty much the same. 22322. I have not paid attention to any of this. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, this sucks. Only got one anomaly. There's definitely more than one currently on the field right now. Oh, is that new? Is that the car jack? You think you saw a weird picture? Yes, the car jack. I told you, the car jack. Car jack. All right. I don't know why I pointed at the camera. No one can see me. You saw a weird picture in the room with the pool table. Whereabouts, Galatep? This one? Right of the picture of the missing person. Okay. We'll just go in between and hope one of them is right? No? Hey, 1 a.m. Is this a light anomaly? Will it show up on the selection screen? Yeah. Yeah. A light anomaly. Oh yeah, there were footprints coming up here. There were footprints last time. I'm on it. Oh boy. If it's me that we have to depend on, we're like in trouble. I'm just going to cover this one and see what happens. No. No anomalies here. Oh, intruder. Hello. Get out of there. There's a person hiding behind the fence. Scary. Do 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 do. It looks the same. I do not know how many balls are in there. I also don't know. I think the floor has changed before, if I recall. Was that doormat always in front of the red door in the apartments? I'll check. I will check. Apartments? We mean apartments. Do you mean the stairway here? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. That was there. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Ba 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 ba. Oh, clock. Image object replacement. Are there extra hubcaps? I have no idea. Did I just report it? What if the color on the bikes have changed? Oh, God. 2, 3, 2. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. It looks right. Was that always there? I guess. Was there always rust? Blood? That's blood? I thought that was rust. Okay, that's an anomaly. I thought that was rust. Ooh, close. It was indeed not bloody. Is this a DOS game? Of course it is. Whoa. I kind of thought something changed. Oh, hell's bells. What is that? I don't know what this is. What do I... Extra object? Okay. I guess it was. Chalk thing on the pool table. This? Something, did it change color? That key was there. It's new? That was there before. Wasn't it? I'll also report it. I think it was there. Yeah. Yeah, that was there. Oh, no, don't apologize. Hey, you make a mistake. We all make... Oh, God, not again. Hey. The cat's looking at us like, what the F? Well, Jimmy, you got what you wanted. I hope you're happy. Disgusting. Well, I don't see anything. B. If this changed, I would never know. This is there's too much detail on this level. I can't handle it. And with the way the game works, by like suddenly putting a bunch of anomalies one after the other in rapid succession, this is rough. Also, extra cup in the club room, maybe. Oh my God, where? There's so many extra. This is like there? I don't know. That could be anything. There's a reddish one near the blue mug. Like here? Oh God, I put an image anomaly. Whoopsies. I gotta cycle through quickly. Big table with the chairs. Big table with the chairs. Extra cup. Red? No, this was there. 22321. Yeah, no, that was always there. 2232. Yeah. But what if this is an anomaly? Nope. I feel like I hear something in the background. No. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're all crazy. Whoa. Oh, Mr. Cat. You're the only normal one here. Institution? Back car change color. Oh, you're right. Object replacement? It got replaced with a different car? I don't know. Is it a different car? Okay, it got fixed. Thank you, Leon. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Deck Eye, as well. Did this change? No. Did that change? Hey, yo, hey, all the chairs moved. Oh God, object movement. Hey, don't look at me. Turn around, go back. Fix yourselves before you wreck yourselves. Go back. Okay, all the chairs moved. Whoa, that was new. I don't like that one. Oh, I'm not a fan of it. Oh. There's always a basket in that. Yeah, I guess it was. I guess there were. 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. And mess. And yeah, 2 cups. Okay. I'm just going to say that's an image anomaly. I don't know. I was going to take a big shot in the dark there. Nope. Is that a light anomaly? No. That? Oh. Something coming out of the mailbox. Or the slot. All right. That's a new one I hadn't seen before. Three, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay. This I don't know. Three cans. Is the shadow at the bottom of the window in the break room always there? We'll take a look. The shadow. This is the break room, right? At the bottom of the window. Like here? Or here? Oh god, I don't know how to. Oh god. Give me a second here. Okay, we got anomalies. We got massive anomalies issues. Oh Jesus Christ. What do we do? Fuck. I don't see anything. I don't know. There's no shadow. We're in trouble. The blinds? Anomaly, extra object. I don't know. I'm just going to put something. I don't see anything there wrong. I'm just going to say lights and storage. Oh, bullshit. Missing object in the entrance, missing object in the basement, extra object in the basement, extra object in the club room. Extra object in the basement and club room. There was an extra object? And something was missing in the entrance? Oh. All right, let's just take a look here. So entrance, basement, club room. Just take a look. Entrance, basement, club room. Entrance, basement, club room. Entrance. What's the missing object? What was missing? That was there. Oh man, I don't know what was missing. Was it this? Was it the manhole cover? I know that disappears. The club room extra object. Were these darker maybe? I don't know. It looks like it was the same. Was it the broom? Oh, maybe the broom was missing. The manhole cover might have disappeared. Shoot. And was it basement that had an extra object? Oh, I don't know what was extra here. There was 3 cans. There was that. Man. Oh, the basement had a 3rd sack. The basement had a 3rd sack. Oh, it did it? Or box? Oh, that's so dang, man. Oh. All right, well. There you go. That's observation duty. Thank you so much, Drawfern, for giving us the opportunity to play it. I really thank you again for the support as well. Well, there you go. That is observation duty. And that does it for the stream. We're done. We may not have won an observation duty, but we did catch a murderer and a kidnapper on the first go of it. Yes, on the first go. There's no need to do a repeat. I'll be back Friday, hopefully with Wild Arms 2, if the stream doesn't die out. We'll resume that on Friday. No, thank you, Helical. Thank you for being here. Drawfern, Gonzo, Exhorter, Dekai, Helical, Leon, Galatep, Mar, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Yo, SGB, have a great night. Raidabos, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support through the bits. Drawfern, through the bits, the resubs, the gift subs, any follows between stream during the stream. Thank you for the raid there at the start there, Herxino. Thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Remember, a pinned message, I have a new YouTube video because I started a gaming channel. I just took a look at a game called Mech Havoc. It's a really cool game. It's in early access. Pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Quite fun. There's a pinned message. You can leave a like, comment, or subscribe on the video channel. Let's give someone a raid. God. Who can we raid? Whom can we raid? Let's go raid. Let's go raid. You know what? You want a chill time? Going from something difficult to something quite easy, chill, relaxing. Might be a game you might be interested in. Well, Medieval Dynasty might be for you. As Tuija continues her playthrough of that. She's trying to boink someone. So you should probably ask her if she's boinked anyone in the game. That's the title. It says Quest for Boinking. So, did she? We'll find out. Thanks again for being here, though. Hopefully I'll catch you again for the next stream. Until next time, have a great night. Have a great morning. Please stay safe. And I will see you all next time. Bye!